hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Unholy Trinity podcast with the Unholy Trinity, the titular Unholy Trinity. Remember when I used to say that?
Said that twice, so
Yeah.
once, then I started saying tits, and you didn't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that again.
Anderson.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, here we are, podcast. Ooh.
Hello.
What's the name of this podcast, by the way? Because it's not just the Unholy Trinity podcast, right? It's like
It is. Or do you mean like the full with
yeah,
the
it has like a
subtitle?
full name.
It is the Unholy Trinity podcast. What's the 2 dot thing?
Colon.
I guess it's a colon. Like TV show, movie, and media reviews or something like that.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
Because that's what we do.
That is kind of what we do, yeah.
I described ourselves in the title.
But the part where we fuck around and talk shit about shit.
Yeah,
That is part of the reviews.
which will
Exactly.
probably, yeah, we'll
We'll
talk
get
some
to
mad
it.
shit. Yeah, so let's give a brief introduction in case this is your first time with us.
Yes.
Starting on our right, or to audio listeners, that doesn't make any sense. But
I mean, if
Too
you pan
bad.
it, it would be on there, right?
I am not on
this
the
is coming
right
out
side
one
of your
ear.
ear.
Exactly.
Yeah, talking.
But hello, my
Yeah.
name's Deo
Very
or
uncomfortable
Zephros.
Yeah.
I talk in this podcast along with these two other people.
Go knock on the door, and it only comes out of their left ear. So it sounds like someone's in the room. I am
Spatial
SZL. I took an L. Yes, hi.
Yeah. And I'm Jack. I'm also one of the people that talks in this podcast. I really like that intro. Yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
We do
Mr.
talk.
Krabs.
We do
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
Just
Talking
like how
some mad shit.
AI are now being used as content and generative content. Or why did I say content again? Oh,
Content is
entertainment. That was the
content.
word. Yeah, they made us entertainment, just like the episode on fucking Black Mirror, but SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs on Twitch. Have you seen that?
Not sure.
Basically, it's the Black Mirror episode about the thingy,
let's not
but
sure. We'll get
Twitch
more
and
into
his
that
shit.
later because we
Yeah.
don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bitch.
But that's honestly a good
Yeah.
segue. We are this episode. Our main reviews that we're talking about are Black Mirror season 6 and Secret Invasion, the first 2 episodes. Yeah.
Good
Yes.
stuff.
But in the meantime, how have you guys been in the past week?
Yeah, I think I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Enjoying my days. What did I do?
I like your shirt, by the way.
Oh,
Looking very
thank you.
groovy. Yeah.
Brief
yeah.
audio introduction. Bit like
Oh, it's
got patterns.
we
got
got some
patterns.
patterns.
This is a batik shirt, actually.
Yeah.
Don't know what this pattern is called, but it's like a flowery thingy with a. I guess it's a flowery thingy, but brown.
Binaural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Yeah, not much going on. Just how it is.
Yeah. fuck
How's
off.
y'all?
That's it.
All right. Well, I'll talk I'll talk some stuff because I've actually done stuff this past week. Since you last saw me.
Mm-hmm.
I went on a vacation to Mornington for a few days.
Oh yes, that happened.
Yeah. It was cold. And we didn't really go out much. We went to the hot springs though. The hot springs were pretty fire because it was cold. My favorite part of the hot springs was when me and a couple of people we went into a cold room, which is I think somebody said it was negative 15 degrees, and we stayed in there for like a minute and then left. It's like yeah, a bit of fun. And now convert it into
Cold
Fahrenheit.
And hot rooms.
I can't
Be
do
able to
that.
do the calculation.
Yeah,
Who gives
whole
a
Fahrenheit
shit? It's like
yeah.
who uses Fahrenheit, yo?
American.
Americans, and
They're not real.
I'm sure we have like 1% just American or something.
Yeah, for all
Yeah.
you American listeners, you're not
You're not real.
Wake up.
9 years.
Wake up.
Yeah.
No,
You're
I
in-
use the Kelvin scale.
Wake up.
Well, I can segue off this actually. And
Mhm.
speaking of Americans, a pretty big. This is also kind of news related, so I might just be like, I'm sure you boys have heard about the recent Taylor Swift tickets that. She's taken her Eras tour down under to us, and yeah, she released those tickets, and it was an absolute shit show. I'll preface by saying I was one of the lucky few people that did get a ticket, and even luckier getting the tickets that I wanted, which I understand is like a rare case, but so I'm so grateful that I got that. But it was fucked. So she was initially doing only 2 nights in Melbourne and 3 nights in Sydney, and that's for the entire country plus New Zealand.
Get fucked, New Zealand.
Yeah, which is weird, right?
Who gives a shit about New Zealand?
Well, New Zealand, though.
Well, I mean, Kiwis are nice, I suppose.
Yeah, Kiwis are better than Australia.
Taylor doesn't care about you, like me.
But yeah, they eventually realized that was dumb after like pre-sales sold out, right? And I was one of the people that waited fucking 6 hours to fucking queue for pre-sales.
Also, actually, you're competing against 2 countries.
Yeah, technically, I was competing against 2 countries. You're right, and not to mention the Americans also.
Why do they?
Yeah, so there's a whole big controversy about Americans trying to. The only thing that I say is justified is if they couldn't get tickets in their own country because of that. I don't know if you remember, but there was that really big Ticketmaster scandal with Taylor Swift last year, and it was essentially they put all of their tickets into pre-sales. Which is you're meant to give a tiny portion of the tickets to pre-sales, and the rest general. They didn't do that, so it all sold out. And then Taylor Swift had to put out a statement about it and stuff like that. That was a big fuck thing. So if it's like an American, he's like, you couldn't get the tickets because of that.
Are they still doing that?
Then fair, I guess. But like, if you've already seen the tour or whatever, fuck off. Go back to where you came from.
It's right.
In the spirit of Australia, you know. Yeah, so pre-sale sold out, so they added an extra day to both things. So Sydney's getting 4, I was getting 3. Oh, it's at the MCG, by the way, which for international listeners, it is the biggest stadium that we have in Victoria. Yeah, so this is the peak of the peak. I remember back in my youth, many years ago, for her last tour, she did Marvel Stadium.
Yes.
And now she's gotten even bigger. Yeah.
That was
She must feel like, that's like so big. You know? Yeah.
She's pretty big, man. She's pretty popular.
3 nights in the MCG. I'm pretty sure Ed Sheeran only did 2 nights, right? Just say, like, just say, you know. But yeah. So the Ticketmaster thing is like, Ticketek. That's what we bought it through. The way their booking system works is like, it's not a queue. It's like you just get like you can jump on at any time and you have the same amount of possibilities for the best.
Yes.
Which is like, I get it. Like I understand why you don't want people waiting for 6 hours, because like some people may like have work or something. Yeah. It's like they can get on at when tickets go live, but not before that. And if people are lining up before that and they get an advantage, that's a bit unfair for those people. So I actually kind of approve of that. It's a little bit strange that it is completely randomized. And it just comes down to luck, which is like, yeah. No, my one complaint though is, because me and my friend, we bought VIP.
Yeah.
And the way you buy into tickets is like, they'll give you option of, are you buying reserves or are you buying VIP? Why not have 2 separate like lobbies for both things? Because then we would have gotten in much quicker. Because
depending on what you want to buy.
The minority of people want VIP tickets because they're very expensive. So it's like, yeah.
That's a smart way of doing it. Yeah, you have to choose what you want to buy before.
They just make you choose it once you get into the lobby, to the actual buying thing. And it takes up a part of your 6 minutes allocated time to purchase tickets, which is not a long time. But anyway, that's besides the point. I got a ticket and I'm happy. So for those people out there, I feel your pain. And hopefully you can get them in resales or something like that.
F in chat for the Swifties out there.
Yeah.
F and L's in general for the Kiwis out there. And F the Americans.
Yeah.
That's some crazy stuff, man.
For sure. Yeah.
Can't they just do more dates or days?
I guess, but it's too late now. I mean, I guess
Well,
they
it's
can
still
announce
like a
another one.
year off.
Yeah. I don't know. Because
Unless
they
they're
have to
already
get
booked.
from place to place. Like they can't. If she finishes
If
her
it's
run in
scheduled,
Melbourne,
yeah.
she'd have to rechange the entire tour schedule.
Yeah. Is Australia last on the tour or is it not?
No.
Where's she going after?
I think the last is like Singapore or something.
Oh yeah, you just fly to Singapore. It's like $200. Yeah. Coldplay, like they're doing like 6 nights in Singapore.
How many are they doing here? 'Cause they have a tour here.
Yeah, I think they're coming up about. I think like just a few
My
days.
friend really wanted me to go Coldplay. I was like,
But bruh, Coldplay kind of cringe.
it do well.
But like they have
each
some
their
good
own,
songs,
but
for
they
them,
have yeah.
Because a few months back, it was a big thing when Coldplay announced they're gonna perform in Jakarta, because they haven't performed ever in Jakarta, and they're doing like 2 nights. So like, it became a big
The
thing.
entire country going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a big country, a few million,
Yeah.
and people are scalping and shit. The usual stuff. But it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Cause like, it's Coldplay, dudes.
Yeah.
You're really desperate for Coldplay, but okay.
Yeah.
And it's also funny because like people, there's because it became so big.
Yeah.
Some Muslim extremists were like, "Hey, they have rainbows on their logo. Isn't that gay?"
Damn.
So they're like, "Fuck this."
We're gonna blow up the stadium or something. Because I remember you said they were gonna do that for like another concert. Or
Yeah, that
right?
was the thing. But some threats were made, but they probably aren't gonna do it. But as per usual, threats are being made.
Man.
But
Enough
it's
to ruin a
going
concert,
through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, Singapore gets all the good stuff, I guess, because they're good players. That's like they play with the rules.
I mean, Singapore is a tiny ass place.
But
They
like
could probably
then
fit
every
their entire
surrounding country is gonna
Yeah.
fly there.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Tickets.
Yeah. What do I? Oh, I did have one other story.
Mhm.
Very interesting incident, mate, that occurred at work when I was serving. I was serving this one customer, right? This nice man, and in the middle of this order, this lady cuts in front of him, and I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I'm currently serving someone," and she acts like I can't speak English. It was really weird. It was, and like totally racist, right? So she's like, "Yeah, I don't understand you," and like whatever. I'm like, "Okay." And then like when it comes to her time, I'm like, "Oh, I can serve you," and she's like, "I don't want to be served by you."
Okay.
And then she goes to get served by someone else, and then makes an official complaint against me. Yeah.
How old is this lady?
Oh, like old white lady.
How old?
Like
middle age or like
not so
old.
elderly, but like maybe a bit older than middle aged.
All right. Yeah.
From my profiling of her,
Yeah, since she racially profiled you,
yeah,
you can age profile her.
But
it's only fair.
It was weird because like,
right.
Honestly, like that doesn't really happen to me. Like I don't know.
You're kind of white passing. I think you're passing white.
I mean, yeah, to put it, yeah.
You look pale enough.
Yeah. No, but also I speak very like clearly.
You speak English.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yeah, and it's like that was weird and racist. So like
she's both colorblind and language illiterate.
Yeah. Like, if I see her again, I'm gonna tell my boss, "Can you bar her from this place?"
Yeah.
Straight up. Yeah.
I mean, that seems like a very rude customer.
Yeah, and that could have like if like my superiors were like didn't know me personally.
Yes.
They like that could have cost me my job, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they would have gone through with the complaint. Probably.
Yeah.
But what did she complain about? Just like, oh,
that I was like rude
very
or
rude
something.
Service. Very rude boy.
Yeah. I barely even talked to her, bro.
I thought you couldn't understand me, bitch.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Yes.
Pretty weird. But yeah. Shout out to the race stuff.
Yeah, shout out. You gotta keep it up.
Like, if you're listening to this podcast, that one lady who came into our workplace and was racist to me. Fuck you. That's not on, mate.
Oi.
Yeah,
Oi, oi, oi.
it's a fact.
I'm not racist enough.
Though, like, the bright part of that day was a few hours later, a Japanese person came in and we just like bonded over our heritage. That was my that leveled out the racism.
Did you pretend to not understand him?
No. Well, she spoke English for one, so it's like, yeah.
Eigo wakarimasu.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
I just remembered I met Carden yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For the first time? Wow.
No,
I saw him last on no. I saw him on Monday.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I haven't seen the dude in a while. I think the last time I saw him was like your birthday or something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I watched John Wick with him last time. But yeah, I saw him on Monday when he came to my work. And we're going out at some point this coming.
Nice,
So I don't know why I'm discussing these plans on this podcast. So yeah.
If we say
shout out to Carden. Shout out to Carden.
Say it on the podcast, the plans have to happen.
It has to happen now. It's set in motion.
On record, can't take it back.
Exactly.
Yeah, can't take it back.
All right.
No take back.
I guess that's how we're doing this week. We'll talk a bit of some news first, and there's a reason I'm going to do news first. Is because most of the stuff we're reviewing today is probably going to be like, here's our impressions. Then we're going to do spoilers, I reckon.
Yeah.
So like, especially like Black Mirror mainly.
Okay.
Because we have to dissect each episode, and they're all like, yeah. So the first thing I put on my list of news was actually something I wanted to tell as a story, but I wrote Depression of Mama, and there's a funny joke that me and Dio kind of have because we saw it in our. Honestly, you might actually have seen it in your YouTube feeds as well because it's got a lot of views. It was an. Sorry, I died for a second. It was an interview between a comedian and Obama, and the thumbnail was like, "You're too sad to be you're too smart to not be depressed," right?
Yeah.
And then the title I think was like, "I asked Obama if he was depressed." By the way, clickbait thumbnail because based on the "you're too sad to not be depressed," you probably think that Obama said that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it was just a thing that he said and like the comedian said, and I was like,
that's how it goes,
you're really flexing your own statement there, aren't you? Yeah, like that was a really profound thing I said.
But did he ask Obama if he was depressed?
Well, he said, he's like, "Oh, you must be depressed, right? You're too smart to not be depressed." Like that's the full question, kind of.
Did Obama say yes?
Okay, so here's the thing. I watched that video when I was like pretty drunk at 2 a.m. So I don't remember a lot of it. I remember it being a good interview. He talked about that it was more in relation to like, are you depressed with like the state of the world, like sort of thing, right? And it was, I think it was like a yes and no answer, mainly no. But
it's not a yes or no question.
It was like a.
Well, I guess unless you're like, are you depressed?
Yeah.
Yes or no? No.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Very polarizing video.
Is it a polarizing video?
Or polarizing thumbnail? I could say the least.
The thumbnail's funny because it was clickbait.
I mean, so polarizing that we mistook it as you're too smart to be depressed.
That's the right idea. That's the right idea.
But that's just because we can't read. We're illiterate. But yeah, that's a funny video. You should check that out if you. It's actually a good video. They do a little bit at the end where he's like, "We're going to do a little segment of like, I'm going to show you stuff on this piece of paper, and
I'm going to see if you can read it.
Let's not even talk about any of this stuff that I bring up because this is like, this is So he brings stuff up, goes like, we're not talking about this or whatever, and he brings up stuff like Guantanamo Bay, etc.
And Obama said no comment.
And then Obama would just die of laughter. Yeah.
Wait, so is it like a...
It's like because it's a comedic interview. It's like...
they did like a... What do you call them? Just a fucking word game, I guess.
Yeah, it's all funny. It makes more sense when you watch it.
All right,
I put that in the news segment. That was meant to be a story.
News of the day is...
Check out that video.
Check out the video and don't be depressed or you won't be smart.
Yeah.
Exactly. Moral life lessons only in the news.
In the same vein, there was another YouTube thing I thought we should probably talk about. I just thought it was funny, and I think, yeah. Do you know about the Colleen Ballinger thing?
Is that the comedian person?
I think
like
you could say comedian lightly. I think
the lady.
Mate,
Is
if
that
you
the
think
one?
she's funny, sure, mate. Sure. You can
That's
say that.
in her LinkedIn profile.
Maybe
Bro.
it is in a LinkedIn.
I mean,
yeah.
you could
She's,
call them a
you
clown.
probably know
That
her
doesn't really
more
depend
by
on if they're
her-
a comedian or not. If they're a clown,
True. You
Right,
Not
probably
all
knows white
clowns are
face.
comedians.
you probably know her more by like Miranda Sings. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that one. Yeah.
But you know about did you guys see her apology video?
I've heard about
Nope.
this, or I've looked at the melon
Nothing.
thumbnail.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it
This
was
is new to me.
fucking funny. So basically, a bunch of things got revealed about her past relations with like children, right?
she
In
married to
her,
Jerry
like, fan
Seinfeld?
club or whatever. Huh?
Was she married to Jerry Seinfeld?
There's no fucking way.
Because I saw a picture.
Fuck off.
Let
Nah,
me
I
search
need
it
to
up,
fucking
search it.
Google this. No, wait, hold on. I know she went through a messy divorce,
Yeah.
which she shared with those kids.
Might have been Jerry Seinfeld. Funny people.
Well,
got a
funny
base.
thing about about Jerry
Mhm.
Seinfeld, right?
He's pretty sus.
Yeah, he's had relationships.
Hey, I'll
with
grab your mic if
people
you play the
under, yeah.
Seinfeld theme on your face.
What's the deal?
Yeah, fuck off. She was not dating Jerry Seinfeld.
Shit, sorry.
She's also only 36.
Well, age doesn't matter to her.
Oh, actually, it doesn't matter to Jerry either. So, yeah. Yeah.
What's the deal with Miranda Sings?
Does she even Miranda? I bet she thought I was going to say sing, but no,
She
she
did.
does. So, yeah. So it's like a bunch of stuff got unveiled of her just being inappropriate with her fans, who are majority minors.
Those were the good old days.
Yeah, just a bunch of not good stuff. So she puts out an apology video. It's like 10 minutes, and it's a ukulele song. And her justification within the song is, my press team told me not to make a comment, but they didn't say I couldn't sing.
I just realized I did see one thing about this, and then some guy just played the Sonic fanfare on trombone as a parody of it.
Oh, Sonic.
Anyway, yeah, this song, which she calls a toxic gossip train, right? And it's
Is that like the Polar Express?
it could give you ideas in your mind of that.
Yeah.
I noticed a very funny thing. I think Fantana brought this to my attention.
Mm-hmm.
That it's funny that she does like a children's song as her way of addressing this.
Is it a children's song? Or is it
It's done in the like a way of a children's song. It's like you got the cute little chorus about a choo-choo train. And I think she literally says like choo-choo chugging down the tracks or something.
Open your mouth.
Oh no,
Here comes the choo-choo train.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And in the
No,
entire
so
video,
bad.
she takes no accountability of anything and says, "You guys are liars, and you're just doing
Well,
this
I mean-
for fun." Even though there is a lot of evidence against her. That's the thing. Right?
Guilty until proven, bruh.
Guilty until what?
Proven until guilty?
Innocent until proven guilty?
No, I
Is that
mixed up the words,
Yeah.
Innocent until
Which, yeah,
proven
so she
guilty.
has been
There you
proven guilty
go.
is the point, right?
Yeah, but not in court.
Well, no one's bringing it to court. It's just like, it's not, there's no suits against
Ain't no
her or anything.
charges being
No charges.
pressed. I am free.
But yeah,
I am
so-
a man.
Everyone laughing about her going to
But
court
like,
until
yeah,
she
but
starts
it was
bawling.
important enough that she felt the need to address it, even though
Yes.
her team said don't. So
Yeah.
like, she brought this upon herself in
Mhm.
terms of the poorly made apology. It was
Yes.
stupid, right? Anyway, yeah, she puts out this song. You should kind of. Nah, I was gonna say you should listen to it. You shouldn't really listen to it. I guess for too long.
Yeah. 10 minutes.
But it's just
a
her
10-minute song,
blaming
pretty long.
The like blaming everyone like for stuff and her saying she did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Despite like so much evidence that she doesn't even address. She doesn't even address that there's any evidence out there. She's like, you guys are making this up. What about the fucking screenshots? What about at least
They
try and
don't
disprove
exist.
the stuff that's already there? She just doesn't address them.
Yeah, it kind of defeats the point.
Yeah.
But is it even an apology video if she doesn't apologize?
Yeah, it's kind of not really, is it?
It's not.
Yeah, what would you call this video? It's just a song. Just a
It's a
music
rap
video.
song.
Yeah.
It's a music video.
Exactly. Wow.
Crazy stuff.
No.
A YouTube drama, I wish she was married to Jerry Seinfeld.
Damn.
Do you know?
I do. So that'll be a
Where
funny
did you
combo.
hear that? Because there's no way.
I saw a picture, bro. It's probably just a picture of them next to each other. Because
I wonder
Jerry
what
Seinfeld.
context they met each other.
Or
That
did
was
someone
just weird.
fake news me on like the
I
internet?
feel like someone fake news you, bro.
Yeah. Imagine
They're two very
spreading
different
misinformation
spheres
on
of
the
life.
internet.
Photoshop is a fickle maiden.
Oh, but maybe because she would have gotten viral for them around to sing stuff. So maybe she went on like Jerry Seinfeld's like coffee
Yeah.
car thing
Was that a
or
thing?
something. Yeah, he
They have
does a
a
thing
show?
where he drives around celebrities in a car and gets them
Oh.
coffee or something.
It's not just fucking.
James
James
Corden's
Corden?
couple,
Yeah.
kind of, I guess.
Oh, did James steal that from Jerry Seinfeld?
Oh.
I
Must
think
have had
apparently
news.
he steals most of his bits.
There's always
Allegedly,
a,
allegedly. I don't want to get a lawsuit.
Yeah,
There's
so the
always a
apology video is just a
pre-Genesis.
10-minute
Yeah.
shit bit.
there's always a pre-Genesis that dies, and then someone else takes their idea and makes it successful. Remember Napster? Everyone?
Actually, that's what happened to James Corden's couple
Yeah, but
karaoke.
Napster didn't profit.
and then YouTube came along. And
Oh.
Spotify.
Yes.
yeah,
but,
you know,
it's a
carpool-
different idea.
Carpool karaoke's been taken over. Like this happened years ago, but they have a whole spin-off series of carpool karaoke on Apple TV.
Without James.
Yeah, where it's it's just celebrities driving around and other celebrities
Mm.
to do the Do you guys want to talk
Neato.
about Twitter?
Yeah, we could talk
Do we?
about more
Yeah.
drama.
Because I didn't know about this until like
Internet
today.
drama.
Well, it came out today. I didn't know about this till like right before we started this video. This is hot, fresh news, exclusive on Holy Trinity news. and
Fresh
it's not.
out of the oven.
But yeah,
Fish out of water.
Mhm.
yeah. So Twitter. Do you want to talk a bit more? Because I think you had the numbers for us, right?
Elon Musk
Jamie,
has the
pull up
fucking
the
numbers.
numbers.
Was it like?
Look, they went from like 6,000 posts.
Oh, so
a day.
context of the entire thing, right?
Yeah, view limiting
Yeah.
to avoid data scrapers or something along those lines.
So Elon Musk came out saying to all the Twitter users, touch grass, bitch, and limited their Twitter usage allowance.
And then like
Per
the
day.
verified accounts got to like 6,000 views in a day, and unverified accounts 600, and new accounts 300.
So he's making you pay money to see more tweets.
That's dumb,
And
right?
then they're like, oh, maybe that is a bad idea. So
Yeah.
we'll just increase the numbers.
So they're backpedaling now.
But still,
I think eventually they'll just turn it off.
Yeah, because what other fucking? There's no other social media that does that.
how many tweets do you have? How long do you have to be on Twitter to read 10,000 posts?
Well, the first thing they said
Yeah.
was like 600, right?
For unverified accounts?
Yeah, which is all of us.
But
Yes.
even for like a verified account,
People who
Well,
have
just
verified
imagine, like-
accounts do live on Twitter. So
Yeah.
imagine,
Like,
it's probably for bots.
Well,
mean-
their justification is for bots and like data
Yeah.
scraping stuff, right?
I feel like 600 still like it's a lot for like I don't
But
go.
it
I
doesn't
don't
take
even have
long.
Twitter
Yeah.
really.
It's a lot, but it won't take long if you just keep scrolling
Yeah,
for like half an
Because
hour.
my logic was like, oh, I guess like I kind of go on Instagram Reels a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And like I can get through this pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's like
So it's
TikTok
like,
scrollers.
and,
Like,
like
you fucking
and
go
I know,
through-
but yeah, I'm like say I don't use social media that much, but I know there are a lot of people that use it way more than me, and like 600 still even to me does not seem like a lot.
Yeah,
So I'm like, yeah,
I mean, and Twitter people make fun of TikTok kids scrolling on TikTok for 20 hours. Look at yourself.
yeah.
See what Elon did
Yeah,
to
but
you.
you don't understand. Twitter, you can read words, dude.
Oh,
It's
reading,
very
bro. Reading
it uses your
comprehension.
brain. Yeah.
People barely read on Twitter, bro. What do you
Touch grass while
joking.
reading a book.
Mm,
Maybe Harry Potter.
Cancels on Twitter for that.
Shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's why last night I was looking at Twitter. I was trying to look at someone's post about I think it was a Japanese dude being like, "Yo, look at these records." but then I keep refreshing. I'm like, why can't I look at this? It's not loading. Then I gave up.
That might have been your shitty Wi-Fi, bro.
No, but it did say about the limit thing. So I was like, what the fuck's this limit thing? Funny?
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Someone laughing at a Twitter account.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If you reach your
Good on you,
601
Elon.
post, you can't laugh at that because you can't see it.
Tell us in the comments section if you are a Twitter addict.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a different type of addict. Let us know.
Yeah, how, like, it's not going to take you long to get through 600. So I'm thinking about, like, I like to watch movies, right?
Yes. So let's
Maybe
say
for
one
some people,
tweet
it's
is
like their thing is to
30
look
seconds.
through. Yeah.
So, how long would it take for you to read a tweet?
Because
let's say your average tweet is like, it could be like 5 words or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's less than 30 seconds.
I shit my pants.
Yeah. And maybe you're scrolling through like you may not read every, because it's not whether you literally read it or not, because Twitter can't figure out if you're literally reading it. It's what you can see. Yes. So it's like you might be scrolling through a thread or something, and it's just like there are a lot of replies or something. You just want to get to the next. It's like, yeah.
That eats up the
That's
the
what
quota. So it gets pretty quick to go through them.
Anyway, I thought that was very silly.
Silly things happening.
Silly goose.
So you want to talk about another social media platform that we kind of already talked about earlier, but YouTube. We got some YouTube news.
YouTube, you poop, you.
Now, do you boys remember a little service that came out? I want to say like 3-4 years ago, and officially died. I believe it was this year or last year. I think we said this year.
What was it called?
That was Google Stadia. Do you remember?
I remember that.
So, YouTube is trying game streaming, but through just YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
YouTube gaming.
So it seems like they're trying to soft launch Stadia again.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
A bit of an odd place to put it, but I guess...
Well, that was the idea of Stadia. Like, when you watch a gaming content or something, like you watch a Markiplier play thing, it links you to the game and you can just click on it and play it. So I don't know the exact thing, but apparently they're testing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they going to make it free, though? Because if it's free, sure.
Yeah. That's also the other thing is we never got it in Australia. So, like, because I would have tried it because... Sorry. It is it's obvious it is a free, so it's just included with your
subscription.
But you pay for all the games, right?
Yeah.
I think it was free, at least from what I remember. But like people paid for like the Founders Edition and stuff. But like I think just the base Stadia was free. It comes with no games or whatever.
But was it a hardware thing?
Nah.
That was all software, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have a Google phone. It probably would have been nice to play. I don't know. Yeah.
Play Doodle Jump.
Yo, we can play.
Hey, Netflix has like,
yeah,
you know the Netflix games. Some of them are just like mobile games, but just like Netflix branded, like regular. Yeah.
So you can play on the Netflix app on your television.
Yeah. Well, there's a Division game coming to mobile, and apparently it's like literally the Division on mobile.
Damn.
The
which
multiplication.
Is like pretty good.
It's like
the Ed Sheeran album. This guy so much. Bro, at work today, my roommate was like, "Can you play this Taylor Swift song?"
And you played that.
Yeah, and then I played "Shape of You."
That's a good one.
It's a great prank. It one gets them every time.
You know what? I should do that. Anytime someone asks to play a song, I just play Ed Sheeran.
Because that's what I'm pretty sure Joji did that as a concert. I was like, that's really fucking funny when you do that. Yeah.
Remember when I did that when you asked for like Reputation or something?
No, I legit asked for the Ed Sheeran album and you gave me something else.
Oh, it's the opposite, bro.
Welcome to Opposite Day, everybody.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about some other news. Some Xbox. I almost accidentally said that while I was
PlayStation.
Some Xbox news. Elder Scrolls 6 is apparently not coming out for at least 5+ years.
Why? What's wrong with what's his name?
Well, they're still finishing Starfield, right? Yeah.
They're busy with space game.
It looks amazing. Have you seen stuff about it? It's like
briefly. Yeah.
It's like next level RPG stuff. It's just like
But I don't want space. I want a dragon.
You want to try.
Space
I thought you
bro.
like space. Like a little space.
I wanted a space
stuff.
game. I would have played Space Invaders.
Oh, that's true.
I want Skyrim 2. Mr. What's his name? I keep forgetting. Todd Howard.
Yeah.
Todd, please.
Todd Bra.
I'm yawning a lot.
Rest in peace for the Elder Scrolls guys.
Yes. That's gonna be. Oh yeah. Barbie's marketing campaign's been going kind of hard.
Really
recently the cast was all in Sydney the other day, like 2 days ago.
Like an ad.
Welcome home.
I saw people from like that I knew from Sydney who were there.
Met them? They met them. Was
Was
Ryan there? Was Margot there?
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Ryan.
I'm pretty sure Ryan Gosling. He would come for he's like the second main character.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. But also Xbox announced the Barbie skin.
For Xbox?
There's
As in
also
like the Xbox profile?
no, a Barbie skin to Xbox, like a physically, yeah.
The Xbox Barbie edition.
Also
Barbie skin. I'm just imagining stretching out the proportions of a Barbie skin head onto a fucking Xbox, and it has like eyes and shit.
It'll go hard, man.
That's pretty scary.
Yo, Barbie horror.
There's also an Airbnb that opened, which is like
the house.
The house, yeah. You can stay at if you want. I think.
Yeah.
And I've got some exclusive. This is an exclusive Unholy Trinity scoop. I think.
Okay.
I don't think anyone else has reported on this. But the burger franchise, the Australian burger franchise, but also in not Jakarta, Bali.
Bali.
Grilled is actually releasing a collaboration with Barbie. This
Grimace
includes
burger.
a burger that is pink, a pink burger. They're doing these little like. Have you guys ever eaten a grilled before?
Does it look like we have?
I genuinely don't know. Oh, you have. Yeah.
I went with you that other time.
Do you know the mini me's, like the little kids packets?
Sure.
Kind of like those, but like they're it's like a Barbie handbag, like a pink Barbie.
They're like the kids' meal. Talking toys.
Huh?
Kids' meal toys.
Nah, you just get like
Barbie sized.
Yeah.
Barbie getting
yeah.
that gourmet junk food.
But
It's not like the Spider-Man, the burger.
Kinda.
Pink.
Yeah, this is a pink panini bun.
Yo.
Don't you be a me.
What's with all these colored burgers? Yeah.
Food die.
Yeah. I don't know. Do they actually taste different?
No, just probably food coloring. Just be like, yeah, pink.
Yeah. Because you see like black and green burgers a lot, don't you?
No, those
like
are usually
Burgatory. You know Burgatory?
Yeah.
They do that.
Black is either like charcoal or
Yeah,
squidding.
they usually have.
if they're using organic coloring. And red is normally.
Yeah.
Maybe
was the
pink
Spider-Man burger beaten?
Maybe.
I think we had this discussion when we were talking about the
probably.
Spider-Man one.
So what's pink then? Is that like
Pink Venom? Taste that pink Venom.
Venom.
I'm trying to think of the name of that cough
that pink.
medicine thing that's pink.
No, that's like the laxative shit, isn't it?
They put laxatives in the burgers.
Like Promag.
Yes. I don't remember.
Yeah, the pink shit that Americans drink because they can't shit.
Yeah, for sure. All right. We got a new FNAF trailer.
Oh boy.
I don't really have many thoughts. It looks not that good.
Shaggy's in there.
Shaggy's in there.
He looks like bootleg Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. You know, he Matthew Lillard is like he's a horror movie dude. He was in the original Scream.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then obviously the Scooby-Doo. They're kind of like they're kids horror, right?
Seems like in the trailer they kind of just explain the whole movie plot and be like, "Oh, look at the robots. They're kids."
Yeah, they really did. They let us spell out the lore for you.
Yeah, so like, what are they leaving out for the movie, man?
Yeah, what's that big plot twist? You're like, oh my god, kids.
They had a whole. It seems like they had a whole cop character explaining the lore to the guy.
I'm like, if
I bet there's going to be no exposition in that movie.
It's not like it's an original work, or is it? It's just like basically a film adaptation of
like
what's
even
already
in the
existing
games,
in the game lore.
Kind of, it's the fucking game theory pulled out the lore, not the game.
Oh yeah. Apparently, I've heard that the lore is inconsistent though. There are a lot of plot holes.
Yeah, because it's like made on the spot.
Yeah.
Kind of. Because game theory is like, yo, what's gonna happen? And the guy who made it's like,
fuck,
yeah,
I have to make a lore now. I have to quickly,
I think that's what happened.
That's pretty funny, yeah. And I assume that's why, like, it has a fan base that, like, it's lasted so long because people think there's, like, really deep lore, I guess.
Yeah, game theory.
Do you remember the original game? Back in the day.
It's just security guy.
You just click on the thing and you can see things, and then time's running out and your battery's dying. And you're like, oh, sweet. Then you'd play in your classroom. Yeah. Why does it need a movie?
So all
that lore that they've made up. Yeah.
So all the Gen Zers our age can be like, oh my god, Freddy. I remember Freddy.
I guess.
They'd be like, multiplayer play. Freddy.
Yeah.
Remind me of when my dad didn't beat me.
Right.
Reminds me when my dad bit me in '87. That joke was just very.
All right. Let's talk about other things. I could actually segue off that, and that would be worse. Do you want me to segue?
Fucking do it.
So you're going to talk about Jonathan Majors, guys?
Oh.
See in '87?
So, huh?
What does that have to do with the bite of '87?
No, beating.
What? You said beating.
Yes, I did.
So, he's apparently got about it like a decade of allegations came out, like stuff that's happened over the past decade, including on-set stuff of him being rude to like stuff and like yelling at stuff like that.
It's pretty rude.
Pretty damning stuff.
They should have put out a complaint like that lady did to you.
That's
Jack Majors.
But so he's facing I think we talked about last week, he's facing a trial in August, I believe.
I just realized your name has the same initials as
shit. Jack
JM.
Jonathan Majors.
Complaint for JM.
Jonathan Majors.
You should start signing shit with JM.
Damn, yeah. Anthony Mackie actually put out a statement saying like basically innocent until proven guilty. So we do have a trial coming up. We'll see stuff. You want to rethink what we were saying? I think I said a couple of weeks ago. Like, do you think he's going to remain as Kang? And place some predictions. You want to change any of that? I can't remember what you guys predicted.
I probably said innocent until proven guilty or some shit.
Yeah, but like I think.
Or they say like.
I reckon he's not gonna. I reckon they're gonna get him out of there.
As in, like, Marvel's, what's the business move Marvel's gonna pull?
They're Disney as well.
And Disney, yeah.
They'll literally just like
Disney ain't no Warner Bros.
I mean, if he's a big enough asset to their franchise.
Well, he's the fucking villain of the next 3 phases. But alternatively, you can look at it as, well, it's a multiverse. Maybe the other variants of Kang could be a different actor.
But they've already established
the main Kang.
That's true, but yeah.
Nah.
This variant of Kang
it'll just be the recast like original Rhodey.
But they just don't acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what they're doing with Harrison Ford as General Ross. William Hurt.
In a different timeline, Kang was not rude to his cast members.
Yeah. Oh, did you see that thing of Harrison Ford's interview where they're like, "We saw you wearing ripped pants on the set. Will the Red Hulk be making an appearance?" And he's like, "What's a Red Hulk?"
Yeah, so then.
Yeah.
I think he does not give a shit.
Yeah.
All he cares about is indie and indie.
Yeah, reviews have come out and people aren't liking it. Fucking good. But also, like, probably because there's a woman in the movie, in all honesty. But we'll have to attest to the quality of the film. I've heard both. I've heard people like it and people who don't like it.
Do they like women?
I don't know.
Stan women. Women power.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, if Mr. Kang's a big enough asset, then Disney would have pulled all the stops with their lawyers, man. But
Yeah.
they could, they might not.
I don't know.
But, you know,
I mean, it's happened before, right? Right. Actually,
a big Disney scandal.
Actually, do you remember those allegations against Jeremy Renner, domestic violence stuff from like this is many years ago, but like during, I think a bit after Civil War might have come out. Thinking about him like firing a gun in the house or something.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember this. This is a long time ago.
Does gun
then he got
violence
his own TV
count
show, so I
as
don't know.
domestic? It's in the house.
Well, it was in the house. So it's definitely domestic.
So if I beat my wife outside the house, would that still be domestic?
I don't know. Your lawyers will have to.
You have to talk to my lawyers.
It's not about the house. It's about the home.
Oh.
And
it's real deep.
Homer's
Homer Simpson.
Homer's the people, not the place. So, what's that Asgard quote here?
You reckon Homer beats his kids? I think he does. So. He choked Bart a few times.
Oh, he does that on the regular.
Oh, that's the first episode of King of the Hill. Do you remember?
With Homer.
No, it was what's his name? Hank. Does he beat his child or not? That's what the entire first episode is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, moving on from that, we have a new Superman and Lois Lane. Have you?
Yay.
I assume you've seen them. Yeah.
I've met them.
You've met them in person, yeah.
Wait, I have not.
I don't think I remember the dude from anything, but I know that Lois Lane is from the Miss Maisel show, which is apparently really good, but I haven't seen it yet.
So what's gonna happen?
I think they both look like they look good. I don't know.
So what's gonna happen to Superman and Lois, man?
That's going on for another season. That's like, oh, I don't know if we didn't report this, but like pretty much every CW show has been scrapped except for that one.
Oh shit.
Because that's the only one that people like.
People like that.
However, they're going into the new season. They're going into is not going to include that family I don't like because they can't get those actors or whatever. Maybe I'll like it more. Maybe I got to get back and watch it.
Get Geordies and Johnny back.
I remember we started watching a season together, right?
We did,
and we didn't finish it, but it seemed to be going in an interesting place because it was introducing like Bizarro or something.
Yeah,
that's right. That's kind of cool. The last thing I have on the news list is COD. And I think what I wanted to say was that COD 2023 is definitely coming to PS5, but from then on, the future of COD is unknown and most likely not going to be on PlayStation, it seems. I remember when Phil Spencer was like, of course we'll keep it on PlayStation, and now he's kind of like doubling back on it. Because he realized COD is worth $800 million a year to PlayStation. I don't actually know what that means, because like, what does that mean in terms of like little...
Percentage?
I don't know.
Probably nothing.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
But that's a lot of money to throw around,
like,
you know?
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
It's probably a lot for Phil Spencer.
Yeah. So he's like, that could be Xbox money, you know?
Yes, Bill Gates has personally assured me that he will pay me $802 million for.
But I reckon COD fans on a PS5 aren't going to buy an Xbox to play COD.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure if you play PlayStation and you have COD, you're probably an actual PlayStation fan, in all honesty. I don't know.
So you're not a COD fan.
Yeah. You're a COD fan, but I reckon you bought the PlayStation first for the PlayStation. I don't think anyone... COD's not a console seller specifically, but it's like the best selling game every year, but like not for the console itself. Yeah. I reckon it's just like people buy COD every year because it's like COD, it's the shooter, it's like the best one.
The invest.
Yeah.
I feel like COD hasn't been associated with Xbox since the 360.
Yeah, because PlayStation has all the exclusive packs, they have all the exclusives. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm more of an ass.
Yeah. Good choice.
Branching off
I
that,
like salmon myself.
We get into like the main meat of the episode.
Meat.
Before that, can we have a quick time check in terms of how long we've been
Yeah,
going
we
for?
are 51 minutes in, baby.
Oh, not bad, not bad. Okay. All right. I want to talk about some movies I watched this week.
Are you being a fish?
What are you doing?
I'm
What
trying
are
to
you...
whistle.
Don't think that's the way to whistle, man. Now you're getting somewhere.
For sure. I watched Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
The OG.
Yeah, the very first one. I thought it was pretty good.
Does that one have women?
It has Marion in it.
She a
Webster?
plus or a...
Well, she's more of like a damsel in distress sort of character.
Right.
Is it pretty like old times, you know?
Wait, was it made in the late 70s or early 80s?
Not quite sure. But I really like the score in it. The score's very nice.
Mr. What's his name?
John Williams, yeah. It sounds like, very Star Wars-y.
But
it's by the same people that made Star Wars. Like,
From the people that brought you. Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't it Lucasfilms as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, it was a good movie. I like Indiana Jones. The action and stuff was really cool.
He has a whip.
Do you know that one thing about like if Indiana Jones hadn't interfered, then like World War II wouldn't have happened or something like?
Yeah,
like
that's
the
part of the plot
Nazis
point, right?
That's like a theory that people have. Like,
what if Indiana was a Nazi all along?
We love creating American characters that kick Hitler's ass.
So speaking of which, great segue because the second thing I watched was Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Hey.
Which,
you already watched that 60 times, bruh.
Yeah, and I watched it for a 61st time.
Wow.
And it's a great movie. I was actually watching it with like commentary.
Oh,
but like not the I was watching it with like podcast group that I watch. They do some commentaries.
The only film I've watched with a commentary is Morbius.
Legit. Wait, really?
But like streamers doing a bit while doing a 1 hour commentary.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically like what I was watching, but with Winter Soldier. I mean, there was a lot of moments of them going, "Hold on, we have to." We're actually watching the movie because it's a good movie, so it's like hard to talk over. But yeah, great movie, a good commentary too. That was from the Weekly Planet. If you guys know, Australian.
Aussies, bruh.
Other things that we've been watching in terms of TV, I started watching King of the Hill. A little bit of fun. You and I are up to date with It's Always Sunny. I think the last one we talked about was Frank and the Chess.
Yes, that was last week.
That was pretty good. But this week's episode is a great meta episode in which Bryan Cranston and
Aaron Paul
cameo playing themselves come to Philly to promote Dos Hombres, their alcohol, and the gang decides to do some shit.
Are we describing the episode? They do stuff.
And there's good. I really like the running joke of how they never address Breaking Bad.
They do address Malcolm and his dad.
Yeah, a little bit. I think
And what's funny also, and I'm sure they put this into account, is how they have a celebrity alcohol brand as well.
They do?
Yeah, they made like an Irish whiskey or something.
Irish whiskey? Irish whiskey?
Really?
For the podcast.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Yeah.
But yeah, good stuff. I want to drink Dos Hombres now. I think it worked.
Yeah. Is it like tequila or some shit?
Not sure.
Copyright.
Is it tequila shit? Or is it a good?
I don't know. Every fucking celebrity has,
random alcohol.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to try tequila.
It's a lucrative business.
You never had tequila?
Even if it's bad. It's an experience, eh?
You've never had it before?
No, I've never had it.
Oh.
I never ordered.
To be fair,
when I turned 18, I was at my friend's house. Like, literally like the moment I turned 18, and they made me do a shot.
Damn.
My friend's mom literally was like,
bruh.
You do the salt and the lime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did that with vodka one time.
Huh?
I did that with vodka one time. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just gonna follow you guys.
No, well, vodka's.
I don't think it's meant to. Doesn't go very well.
Well, that's what we did.
Yeah.
You didn't do it with
the lime
vodka.
at least worked well.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And then I ate the lime
Yummy.
Lovely.
and the skin.
Sorry, can we take a pause?
That's good fiber. Good for shitting.
Good vitamin, good fiber. And then a very bitter aftertaste. So, very good. We had like I ate like 2 lime slices that night.
Mm-hmm. Good feeling.
Yes. Anyways, I got my vitamin C, drank some vodka, and then fucked off.
Alrighty. The other thing I watched that I really wanted to talk about was Heartbreak High, as in like the Netflix reboot of it. I don't know if you guys ever walked past Melbourne Central on the like Latrobe, like walk down Latrobe Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see on Melbourne Central they have a really big mural for the show. And oh my god, it was incredible. It was like actually fucking amazing. It blew my mind. It's Australian, first of all. Set in Sydney, I believe.
Right.
And it's fucking great. It's like such an Australian story. And it's really funny. And it's got like all of the teen drama and angst that I love from like those
Teen
sort of
drama
shows, right? And it touches on like really serious subject matter in like such a good way. Where like the point, like the show's like good, and then like by like episode 5, it's like you're gonna hit you with like some social commentary about some pretty important stuff going on towards Indigenous Australians, for example. Like, yeah. And then they do like a lot of stuff with mental health as well. So I think they handle it really well. And it gets like pretty full on towards the end. So like also, I recommend everyone go home watch this. Though content advice, like it's got some pretty dark stuff in there. But it's pretty fucking phenomenal. There's an Eshe with a heart of gold. That's what a cool cliche now. That's fucking amazing.
Like a cool show, man.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, in the same lane of mental health awareness.
And every time the Eshe walks, they go Eshe ba.
Eshe ba.
You have to.
Yeah.
Another good show portraying mental health issues is The Sopranos.
I was gonna be like, is that how you like The Sopranos?
Like legit though, because my main man Tony Soprano, he has anxiety issues, bruh. He has panic attacks. All these times, the past few months, people saying, "Oh, Puss in Boots is the first thing in the world that portrayed fucking panic attacks." No.
What?
Well, not the first
Have
thing.
people been saying that? I've never
They did
heard
say like,
that
"Oh my
before.
god, this is such a good like portrayal,"
Maybe because I haven't been looking into, because I didn't want to hear already spoilers. I guess I didn't know that.
You didn't want to hear Puss in Boots spoilers.
No, I want to watch.
Did you even watch it though?
No, I'll watch it at some point. It's not. What's it on? Is it on Stan or something?
DreamWorks. What's DreamWorks on?
I think that's on Stan. I might.
Probably.
I have Stan for like 2 weeks, so
yeah. But yeah, he goes to therapy, bruh. And like the stigma in the Italian American mafia.
Puss in Boots goes to
no,
therapy.
not Puss in Boots.
I'm thinking,
Tony Soprano
I think
does.
like that wasn't therapy back then. Yeah.
As a tough mobster guy, like, what, you fucking go talk to a shrink, bruh?
Yeah.
What, are you fucking gay? But no, he not gay.
Okay.
It goes to therapy and threatens the therapist many times. But then he learns that, wow, it's real. Anyway, I watched season 2 of this show since finishing it a few months ago. The first season. I finished the first season. So I've continued to watch it this past week. I've gone through a few episodes, and I gotta say, still going strong in my books. So I'm gonna keep watching it.
And then you're gonna watch the movie.
Eventually, I probably will if I keep up the pace. Yeah, if you like the mafioso stuff, but this is a bit different in that, like, it kind of self-references mafioso movies.
Yeah, because
it exists in that world as
drama
well.
comedy, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not a comedy, but it's a drama with comedic things happening. But mostly drama, but it'd be funny sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it's just Italians from New Jersey being Italian.
Cool.
And I'm walking.
All right. Then let's talk about our two big things of the thing. I reckon we'll talk about Secret Invasion first.
Okay.
Yes.
Because there's probably less to say about this. All right.
And there's a lot less to say about this because I've only watched half of the prescribed content for this week, which is episode 1.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I guess spoilers for you, but
That's fine.
yeah.
But this is the same
Because
shit.
nothing happens. That's the problem with the show, right? We'll get okay. We'll do. We might as well just talk about both episodes as a collective because nothing happens. That's kind of my.
Yeah.
And for like the press, they got the first 2 episodes. That's what they were shown. So like, we'll count that as the overall premiere, I guess. First impressions. I'll start off with you. These 2 episodes.
Yo, Nicky's back, and he's back with a vengeance.
Has he changed though since we last saw him? Because I don't think he's changed. Do you think he's changed?
Oh no.
Do you think he changed after the? Do you think he changed after the blip?
The people in the show keep telling me, man, like something's different about Nick.
For fucking 2 episodes, every single character has to be like, "You've changed, man. You've changed. Everyone's changed. Oh, it's changed."
No idea.
Yeah.
You know, he's older.
And he changed.
He did change. He changed my life, dude.
Really? You like this show?
No.
Maybe for a while.
Well, he changed my life not only in the typical sense, but in a spiritual sense. He taught me that aliens be green.
Aliens to be green. I mean, you knew that from Captain Marvel, but yeah.
I didn't watch Captain Marvel.
You
see?
also know
You should
aliens
probably
are
watch
green
that
from
before next
UFO
week's
porno.
episode.
Maybe yes.
Because I reckon Captain Marvel's what's
They're gonna
compulsory
explain
viewing
all
for
the
this one,
alien
right?
shit.
They gave you a big flashback to what happened in
Yes.
episode 2, so you should look for it. But yeah, Captain Marvel's pretty important time. But yeah, so yeah, what was your first impression? Do you like it?
I don't. I've gone think of this.
No,
No
thoughts,
thoughts.
no comments. A very diplomatic Obama answer.
Alright, then I have a question for
Yes.
the both of you guys, because this is how I'm gonna have to think about how I feel of this thing.
Yeah.
It's like, is it worse to be a generally bad product, or to like bad but like entertaining, I guess?
Yeah.
Because, or just boring but not necessarily bad. Because that's kind of how I'm looking
Yeah.
at the show, and I'm like, am I true? Like I can compare it with watching The Idol, right? Which we'll talk about more next week. But like,
Yeah.
The Idol is
Yeah.
bad. It's really bad, but I like watching it. Whereas this show, there's nothing particularly bad about it. It's just that like I'm not enjoying it at all.
Yes.
Am I rating The Idol higher than this? That's my question, because like low-key,
It's a dilemma.
it's a real. Maybe I'll make a decision by the time we get to final verdicts. But like, yeah, that's my first impressions. This show is really boring. Nothing's happening. I think the first episode is probably stronger than the second, because at least it had action. Like the show, I think the show starts off well in the first scene before they cut to the credits.
Yeah.
Where they show like, hey, this people aren't who you think they are, which we'll talk more about in spoilers. But then beyond that point, it's like they don't do anything else with that. They do something kind of towards the end of the first episode with that, like the shape-shifting stuff. But then episode 2, nothing happens in episode 2.
They did declare war at the end.
They did? Is that spoiler?
You don't know who did.
I actually don't know what you're talking
You
about. We'll
forgot,
get to
bro.
that. I forgot, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like one slight narrative thing that might be hinting to where they're going, which I've already talked about with you while we were watching it. I have a theory of where things might be heading, but I think it's really boring.
Well, we generally rate movie based on our enjoyment factor anyway.
Yeah. So probably gonna. So just heads up, guys. I'm probably gonna give it a really low score. It's not we'll get more into it, but it's not so necessary because I think there's like atrociously bad things. It's just I'm bored.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, enjoying a show is a big factor enjoying a show.
Because that's literally what informs your personal opinion, right? I think I've done that before with other things too.
Yeah.
I think the main thing is when we review The Idol next week, you'll know why I'll give it probably a higher score than you'd probably think that it deserves.
The Idol's pretty mad, bro.
It's pretty. I'm genuinely excited to watch The Idol every week because it's really fun.
Event,
bad. It's fun. Yeah, you get the boys who watch it. It's fun. All right. So acting.
Okay.
Wait, how do we do TV shows? I don't think we do. We just kind of go broad
Depends
with it,
on
right?
like if we're doing episode per episode.
We're not doing episode by episode now.
We might as well just broadly do it.
Just broadly do it. All right. Just in general, I think the biggest props you can give it is the acting's pretty solid.
Yeah.
You got all of these actors.
Guys.
Everyone's kind of returning, mostly from like Captain Marvel and stuff.
Yeah.
Maria Hill's in it. You have Martin Freeman's character from Black Panther. He's in it.
Yeah.
And
Watson.
You got some new characters as well. You got Emilia Clarke as
Millie Rock.
What?
Because Amelia. Never mind.
All right.
Millie Bobby Brown.
In New York,
Millie Rock, yeah. She's playing Gaia, the daughter of I forgot his name.
The Aussie man.
Yeah, Australia's own Van Mendelsohn. What's his character's name though?
Jeff or something.
Honestly, something like that. Eugene.
I want to say it's like Kratos. Talos.
That's
pretty close.
You also have, I believe his name is Kingsley Benadir. I'm just going. That's off the top of my head. I might be completely wrong, but the guy who plays, I guess you could say, the villain of the show. Yeah. Okay, so like basically, that's in my opinion, that's kind of the best I could give it. The acting.
They're doing.
The CGI in it is like fine. The visuals are fine. Nothing. It's not a very colorful show though. It kind of looks grey.
Because it's mostly drab at Europe.
Yeah.
Because Europe is
drab.
Yeah.
I guess wherever they're filming. And also because they're not green aliens. They're mostly human most of the time.
Yeah.
So no green.
Human most.
I don't think any of the characters in the thing are very interesting though. Like even the characters that we know, like Nick Fury is boring in this.
Because he's changed, man.
And everyone keeps telling him that he's changed. Yeah, so in case you didn't realize, the story of the first 2 episodes are just Nick Fury comes back to Earth and everyone tells him he's changed. There's nothing more than that. There's some stuff that are spoilers, right? But like non-spoiler wise, that is the fucking plot.
Yes.
Like, yeah, you got some Skrulls are doing some bad things, I guess.
The Skrulls have had enough.
Which...
Just go back to where you came from.
The reasoning behind it is dumb. I don't buy it.
It's like, yo, this is a parallel to the French riots. Look it up.
Okay. The French riots were caused by secret invasion.
But it's mostly because it's immigrants.
Well, the thing, right? It's dumb because like Captain Marvel spends so much time establishing the Skrulls as the bad guys, but wait, they're the good guys, right? That's what like the big twist in that movie is.
Yeah.
This one's like they're just the bad guys because they're sick of what the result of Captain Marvel was basically. They
literally said that Nick Fury lied.
What are you talking about? He did. Like, I don't think the justification makes a lot of sense.
Real.
I think it's just a bit dumb.
It's like weird. They suddenly became nationalists, even though they're on a foreign planet.
Yeah. Also, I hate to be that person, but like, this should have had superheroes in it. Full stop.
Captain Marvel back.
Like, it's just so boring without superheroes.
They had the roadie.
They did. He's also kind of the worst in the show, though. Like, I don't. What are they doing with these characters? They're so.
That scene was funny. Just because how ridiculous it is.
Yeah, we'll talk more spoilers, I guess. So there's a ridiculous roadie scene.
Nick Fury was being ridiculous in that scene.
I think, okay, just overall, to give a really, just like, to make my complaints succinct, I think the writing of the show fucking sucks.
Yeah, all right.
The dialogue is fine. I think the dialogue's fine, except it's just a lot of, you've changed. And that one scene that doesn't...
With Rhodey.
They try to establish some conflict between Rhodey and Nick Fury that just doesn't pan out. It doesn't really work. And it's not, like, I don't... Kind of dumb. The actual narrative is really boring. It's like they're trying to just basically do terrorists and counter-terrorists, right?
Yeah.
But it's so... There's nothing interesting about it.
And they're aliens.
Yeah, but like at this point in the MC, it's like
everyone's
a fucking alien.
Well, this time they're nationalist extremists. So think about that. And Nick Fury changed, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a drag.
Yeah. The main thing is like kind of like the terrorists are building something's kind of like the main threat of the show, right? And I have a theory as to what they're building. But,
they kind of spelled it out already. They were like, oh,
they pretty much have. But like, in case you didn't catch it, we'll talk more in spoilers, I guess.
Yeah.
But other than that, like nothing's happening.
Yeah, I guess besides that.
The stakes for Nick Fury, they haven't made it clear yet. They show you a little bit at the end of episode 2 of what the stakes, like the personal stakes for Nick Fury are, I guess. But other than that, like literally, it's 2 episodes of people say, you've changed. And then him just like neither agreeing or disagreeing. He's kind of just like neutral on the fact.
He did say at the roadie scene, I'm Nick Fury.
He did, bitch. But yeah.
So isn't that basically saying I'm the same?
I guess so.
Or I am whatever you want me to.
I am whatever you say
I am.
But
if I wasn't,
look, I love Nick Fury, but I understand that like you can't get him to do a lot of action because he's really old, like Samuel L. Jackson.
He is getting old,
and it's like there's no action. There's not really any action in this series. It's like the espionage isn't very good. Like they don't really use the Skrulls creatively so far, except for maybe the end of the first episode.
Yeah,
that was the only part. I'm like, oh, that was okay, I guess.
Like, they need to do more of that.
Really, I don't know. Can we just go to spoilers? Because I feel like there's a couple of things we can talk about. All right, spoiler warning. Here's your spoilers. Episode 1 and 2.
Spoilers.
All right. I genuinely like the first scene of the first episode where it's like Everett Ross goes into the thing, and then there's that whole. It's this whole thing of like, oh, who's really the Skrull in this situation, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then later it's revealed that Everett Ross is a Skrull. So far, I don't know what that means yet, because it's like, has he always been a Skrull, or is that just a Skrull version of him now? But he's off doing whatever in Wakanda or whatever happened at the end of that Wakanda Forever, right?
That's a good question to raise. Yes.
I hope they answer it. Otherwise, that's just a loose thread.
Yeah.
Though I think that was genuinely a strong start to the series. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm digging the vibe a little bit, and then it's just fucking boring. Nick Fury comes back from his adventures with Saber. I'm kind of confused where the Marvels is going to take place, because is he going to go back up to space at the end of this, or is the Marvels set before this? We don't know. We'll probably wait to the end of the series to find out. You know how Echo is releasing all in the same day, but like they were like, oh, Secret Invasion has to be weekly. They probably should have switched it.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. What else happens in the first episode? Oh, you get introduced to Olivia Colman's character.
Yeah.
Who I guess is the most double agenty or whatever. She kind of has her own agenda.
Yeah.
I like her-ish. But I don't know. Do you know what our motivation is yet? I don't think we do. Kind of just doing stuff.
Yeah, didn't I? I mean, wait, which one's that?
Olivia, like the British lady. She beats up the dude in the meat locker in episode.
Oh yeah, lady.
What's her deal? Do you know a deal?
Know.
Don't really know. Do we really care? Not really.
Yeah, not really.
Nick Fury's whole deal is he's changed, and I guess the reason you're supposed to surmise that he's changed is because he has a wife.
Oh my god!
Which here's the cool thing, right? In Winter Soldier, they mentioned him having a wife, and then they never mentioned again.
Oh yeah.
So theoretically, has his wife been up there since Captain Marvel? Because his wife is a Skrull.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, in the second episode,
it hasn't been explained, but I would infer that maybe his near-death experience with the stat made him want to go back to his wife.
Yeah.
And for that, like, yeah, that's understandable. But why is it taking so long to unveil? Like,
easy. Oh, look,
that wasn't a huge narrative hook for me. Why has Nick Fury changed? Also, has he changed? I don't know. Characters are saying he has.
Yes.
But also, is anyone going to really acknowledge the fact is he's also a decade older than he was in like the fucking Iron Man. So like, yeah, the old. Like, he can't like kick ass all the time, you know.
Yeah, but people say things never change, or like they'll say shit like war never changes.
They're also trying to do a thing with Ben Mendelsohn and his named Talos and his daughter.
Yeah, because the daughter became extremist.
And she's also kind of got that. She's on his side, but also not on his side. She's with the terrorists, but also she's might be playing both teams a little.
Because the Talos are like, yo, think about it.
But Talos like got her mom killed or something.
Yeah.
Not Talos. Sorry, the bad guy got her mom killed somehow, right?
Yeah, and somehow she forgot until her dad told her. Like,
that was really dumb. Not great. Not great. But
now she remembered.
At the end of the first episode, they kill off Maria Hill.
Yes, with fake impostor among us.
Yeah, they pretend to be Nick Fury.
Yeah,
that's like the only clever-ish use of the Skrull powers I've seen so far.
Just a lot of imposter among us.
Yeah, because you don't want to be impersonating the people close to them, right? That's like the whole point of Secret Invasion, I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah. Also, the deal with the show, the writers weren't allowed to like look at the source material.
Why not?
Which is why this does not feel like Secret Invasion.
So they're just giving the premise, but they didn't do that.
Yeah. Because Secret Invasion is all about the superheroes, man. It's like...
yeah.
Because it's a lot more interesting. Just, I don't know.
Because they want to make this Nick Fury show.
Which I don't think was the right move.
Yeah.
Come on, man. They love Samuel L. Jackson.
They're kind of trying to make like a spy show, right?
But yeah, the thing is, they've done spy stuff better. The fucking Winter Soldier, one of the best Marvel movies. And this was meant to be like a spiritual successor. Because I guess they are touching upon the wife stuff, which is only mentioned in Captain America. You have a lot, like you have Maria Hill, Samuel L. Jackson returning. It's like, yeah. But it's not very good. Not very
happen.
In episode 2, what happens in episode 2? Can't think. You said something happened, but I can't remember.
Oh, well, later on they established like the scroll building machine, right?
And that's they're building a machine, which I'm theorizing is the Super Skrull.
Yeah, and then like the daughter literally said, "Oh, they're making a machine to make us stronger."
Yeah,
strong.
But the thing with what the whole point of Super Skrull is like having other superheroes' powers. If there are no superheroes in the show, what
they're gonna steal?
Are they gonna
Nick
ever have
Fury's
any power? It's gonna steal Nick Fury's eye. Yeah,
it's a Sharingan, bro.
Yeah,
like Sasuke.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was not the right. This should have been. They should have done a Secret Invasion movie with like the core cast.
Probably, yeah.
The Avengers. I know.
Then after that, Rhodey's like, yo, guys, to the UN court or something. She's like, Nick Fury is old, so please forgive.
Oh yeah, Nick Fury got like blamed for
Because
was it the terrorist attack?
And the shooting or something.
Oh yeah, because he probably shot at the terrorist.
Yeah, because they got impostor Skrull as well.
Yeah.
They're like, look at the footage, bruh. It's real. And Rhodey's like,
Yeah.
yeah. Forgive me for my sins, father.
But then Rhodey's like, fuck you, Nick Fury.
Nick Fury us is a month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he went to Nick Fury and be like, hey, can you like stop?
No.
And then Nick Fury's like, no.
And then somehow, you know what was funny? Like, Nick Fury's like, can you help a brother out as a fellow black man?
Yes.
And then Rhodey said, nah.
Yeah.
Then he went like, just like in my DNA, he had a rant about like DNA and shit. And
I got loyalty and
somehow like being Nick Fury and somehow also tying into the black thing.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I remember it not being a great scene.
It's like a nonsensical argument.
With a lot of forced drama because they need something for the episode. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh,
you said they established a war or something, right? Oh, sorry, go back to whatever.
Rhodey said, you're fired. Like Donald Trump would. You're fired.
I still don't understand. Like, I'm confused as to, does S.H.I.E.L.D. exist? Because I'm pretty sure S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't exist after the Winter Soldier, right?
They did get disbanded?
Because I know that Sword exists, and I know that Saber exists. S.H.I.E.L.D. got disbanded immediately after...
yeah.
Because S.H.I.E.L.D. was just Hydra all along.
Yeah, see, they're all Nazis. Maybe like Nick is still employed by the government somehow, but he's just free to walk as he would.
In space.
In space.
Yeah.
But he still gets a pension. What a great life.
But Rhodey's not a part of that. He's part of the military.
Yeah, but he apparently represents whatever government body.
The power of the US.
Yeah, because he can represent Nick Fury in court.
Okay.
Yeah, logic.
Yeah.
Because I guess he has some extra
what a political
powers,
thriller
you know?
we've got going on here, where people aren't sure which country they represent. Also, do countries even matter? Because we're dealing with space.
Yes. See, that's the whole main conflict here. The Skrulls are like, we don't have a planet.
The Skrulls are literally the villains from Falcon and Winter Soldier.
You know what they're like? They're like the Transformers.
They are kind of like the Transformers, actually. They also have shapeshift.
Yes. But not into mechanical beings.
But also, like, in relation to, like, other Marvel things, they're just the people in fucking Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Remember the terrorists so displaced from their homes or whatever?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we're going to fucking fuck everything up. And I didn't like those terrorists there. Don't like what they're doing the Skrulls here.
Mechanical beings, like ball bearing?
I'm sure they have some ball bearing.
The Devastator has actual balls.
You know, in the first few movies, like, they frequently pissed on each other.
Yeah.
In the Transformers. Including on the dog.
Yes. What the dog doing? Getting pissed on.
Golden shower.
Yeah. I was going to say. The whole Transformers thing is the Decepticons trying to take over Earth because they're like, our planet dead, so we're going to take yours.
Yeah, the colonial mindset, bro.
Yeah, so the Skrulls are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
If Nick Fury has an alien wife, does he film UFO porno?
Oh, shit.
On Sword?
UFO porno, bro.
But the Skrulls have like an actual place to go, right? They're
No.
gonna go up to space.
Well,
but where?
Like, I want to go.
Go to Saber.
What's
I
that?
wanna
Is
go.
that planet?
No, it's that big like space station.
Who else lives there?
And Nick Fury for the last few years or whatever.
It's probably like, fuck off my house, bitch.
I thought they're sharing, bro.
Apparently the Skrulls down there doesn't get a plot of land. Maybe that's where they're pissed. They're like, we didn't get any rooms, bruh.
Yeah.
Nick Fury's like,
because they live in Chernobyl now.
Yeah. Nick Fury's like, fuck off, we're full.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's why Nick lied.
Yeah.
Nick lied.
Nick lied.
How many? There can't be that many Skrulls left there. Because if people got massacred in Captain Marvel, and like half the population disappeared, right? Oh, I guess they would have reappeared. But yeah.
Yeah, they talked about this in the episode. They're like, how many Skrulls are down here? It's like, fucking a few million or some shit.
I find that hard to believe. I don't think a few million got that. Like, there's no. I need to rewatch Captain Marvel, maybe, but I don't think there was a few million Skrulls.
Maybe they just made up some numbers, man. But they said, a amount that will be a threat.
Yeah.
Also, they're waging war.
Yes, explain. What?
So there was a scene that you may have forgotten where all the Skrull top dogs gathered, and they're like,
yeah.
And then Evil Man's like, yo, man, I have machine. And then everyone else like, I.
And then they all agreed to.
Except for the one Skrull lady is like, I will not.
And then she left and got killed or something.
She didn't get killed yet, did she?
I thought she was. Are they on their way to kill her or something?
Because like the evil dude's like, all right, I'm gonna let you go.
And then someone like followed her or something.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like to be announced.
All right. TBA. Is she dead?
Or to be revealed, rather.
And and the final thing of episode 2 is Nick Fury has a wife.
Yes. He has a green wife. But why does he make her dress up as human?
Because he's racist.
Oh.
But also probably to like.
Yeah, but she was green before she came in.
That's true. Does he like her as a person, or like is she? Because Skrulls like replicate people they've seen, right?
Yes.
I mean, Nick Fury's like,
so who's this random lady?
This lady, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of lit though. You can be like, yo, can you pretend to be Obama, and I can fuck you.
The Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock.
It's too smart to not be depressed.
Yo, if The Rock hooked up with a Skrull and told it to replicate The Rock, and they fucked.
There we go.
That's pretty cool.
It all comes full circle. You know, Infinity Gangs are true.
It does.
All right, shall we give final verdicts on these 2 episodes? Then we can talk about.
Okay.
Starting with Dio.
Hello, everyone. Have you seen the new show Secret Invasion? No. Well, I have secretly invaded your mother last night.
Bruh.
Wow.
Keep it between us, because it's a secret. Anyway, this show, quite boring, but we do get to see some Nick Fury in his old man prime. And other cast members, they seem to be doing all right, you know? But as a story so far, the first 2 episodes going a bit slow, you know, talking about Skrull stuff, how the immigrants are rising up, you know, and how I guess they're angry that they're not getting free beds and accommodation, so they're gonna take over the place, you know? Doesn't that reflect upon the real world? Think about it, guys. All right, enough time to think. So I'm gonna give this one like a 4 or something, 4 out of 10. There you go.
I don't know. At this point, I'm just like 4.
I'm 3.5 on this one.
Oh, you hate it, bro.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't like this one.
Yeah.
This is probably like thinking about it. I don't think I've rated a Marvel thing as low in it at all ever. This might be the worst Marvel thing I've ever seen. And it's not even.
How much did you rate like Thor? What's that shit one?
I gave it like, because I didn't hate it that much when I first saw it. I think I gave it like a 6 or something. And like I'd still rather watch Thor because like it's bad, but like it's kind of it's silly. But like it's at least got some entertainment value. This one has nothing to offer it. So yeah, if this show continues at the same place, I'd say like audience, you could skip it probably.
Yeah.
Press that button.
Press that skip button on Netflix.
All right.
On Disney Plus.
You could have Netflix.
Mary.
Oh, we'll get to that. Shall we talk about Black Mirror season 6?
Mm.
And I reckon what we'll do is we'll give our first impressions of the season overall, and then we'll break down each episode. And then from that point on, it'll be just spoilers till the end of the episode, basically.
All right.
So that's the warning to you, audience. But yeah, first impressions, season 6.
Hey, actually, this is the first Black Mirror season I have watched. Period.
Whoa, me too.
Periodic table.
Carbon.
I reckon this season has a few hits and a few duds, but the hits were highs and the duds were meh. So it had some good bits. Quite like Aaron Paul's episode. There was another good episode I forgot, and the last episode was pretty cool. As a Boney M.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hits were good. They hit hard, like a rock on your head. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, another rock ref.
I'm interested to see because I know roughly what Dio is because I watched it with Dio for a majority of it.
Oh, yeah. It reminded me of watching what's it? Something human robot, like robots. Yeah. It reminded me of that because an anthology and kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's
So
pretty cool.
is this all about tech? We'll discuss further.
Demons are very technological.
I don't know. My impressions of Black Mirror without watching this from previously hearing about it was just Black Mirror. That's like referring to screens, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah, for me, I don't think it's a decent season. I don't think it's like amazing.
Yeah.
It had some bangers.
But
What else?
5 episodes, isn't it?
It's 6 episodes, 5 episodes. I can say I really liked the Aaron Paul episode. I think that was I think that's an all-time hood classic, bro. Certified hood classic, bro.
Yeah.
And I really liked Demon 79, the last episode.
Yeah.
The other ones range from kind of meh. I thought Maisie Day was kind of like a boring version of The Idol.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can talk
that the
more about
first one?
that. No, that's the paparazzi one.
Oh yeah.
Just felt a bit too much like The Idol,
But
like boring.
But the Auga.
Well, we'll get to stuff later.
Yeah.
Lock Henry was fine. It was like I understand a lot of people that was their favorite episode, but for me, I was like, it's kind of I thought the plot twist was too obvious. It was just
which
a
one's
little
that?
bit too generic for me, I guess. Even though it's based on a real thing.
To me, then that was very this pretty. I have just I don't really watch.
Yeah.
Which episode was that?
The second one,
Scottish.
the Scottish,
Scottish.
when they doing true crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah. It wasn't terrible. We'll get more into it. And Jonah's awful the first episode.
It's awful.
It's not awful. It's not it does cross that line for me though of being too meta, unfortunately.
Says the meta man
Says
himself.
the meta man himself. I like a good deal of meta humor, but I think it was a bit too much for me.
Yeah, that was...
Though I think thematically it made the most sense of being a Black Mirror episode as everything on the list, though, in all honesty. So I kind of give that props. I do think the concept's interesting. Conceptually, it's a pretty good. So the first episode is it's fine, I think.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, that is my first impression of Black Mirror. It was very stark first impression.
Yeah.
Sure.
The first episode is it's super meta, so it's yeah. But we'll
That's my expectations. I know what I'm getting into now.
So overall, you guys liked the season?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think it was
good watch.
a pretty decent. I'll do the proper math later of what I like, and I'll calculate the score at the end. But yeah.
Math
So let's break
division.
down each episode, right? we'll start off with Joan is Awful, the first episode, which the premise is like there is a show of you that like a dramatized show of you that's on like Netflix, but they call it Streamberry. Maybe that'll come around in another episode.
Show talks a lot about.
Yeah, so that's the thing for me. It's like it's kind of clever to criticize Netflix and streaming, unless you're a Netflix show. It's kind of my vibe. It's like, oh, you're trying to appeal to the average consumer who like doesn't like some of the stuff that Netflix does, and then you're like, but you are Netflix, and I'm watching this on Netflix.
Yes,
you've already got me to pay money. I don't want to. Yeah, doesn't really help to me. But yeah, this episode, Joan is Awful. That's the premise. You're watching a dramatized version of your own life, roughly what happened.
Well, because the thing is, it's like in the world of that world, Strawberry Netflix, create shows based on great personal shows catered towards
each individual person. That's kind of like the twist that they show at the end. Yeah.
But are you talking about the initial premise?
Yeah, I was talking about the initial premise, like Joan, the character. That's what she gets. Then she's like, yo, what's going on? This is weird. Kind of ruining my life because other people are watching it.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's going on here? And then it's like Salma Hayek
plays her in the funny show.
Yeah, and then she plays herself as well later on.
Because she's actor.
She's an actor.
Well, yeah, they touched upon a few points on like the ethical questionabilities of streaming services and future uses of technology for content creation.
Algorithm.
Which includes the algorithm and AI generated shows and contracts and the usage of people's faces on things. And somehow also Inception.
Yeah. The thing where it's like, it's about like consent of people and stuff. They kind of do give consent. It's just like nobody reads the term. Like, there's a South Park episode, right, where it's like it's a parody of the Human Centipede, but it's like, what if Apple, like the company Apple, made a human centipede because you guys didn't read the terms of service correctly, and you're actually signing up to be part of this human centipede, right? It's just like that same premise, but it's just like in this Black Mirror thing with the whole drama thing, right? So it's like I've seen it done before. It was funnier before, I guess. I don't know, it just didn't hit to me now because I've already seen that premise before. And I feel like it's a well-known joke from South Park.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember watching that one when I was a wee lad. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Eric eating shit.
Or like,
but the things I liked about this episode was like the general mystery vibe, like what's going on? Yeah. This is weird. I like that idea of the fact that they were using technology. I think was good. Thematically within the show. It gets a bit Inception-y, as you were saying, where it's like there's layers.
Left the onion.
Yeah,
they made it like.
Does that really make sense?
They made the AI show sentient.
Yeah, which I didn't really get. So it's like.
So they're like making a show for the show.
Okay, let's say it's in our real world, right? And say like I was Joan, right?
Yeah.
There's a show created for me that doesn't appear on any of your Netflixes, right?
Yes.
It just appears for me. But within that show, for some reason, it appears for everyone. So I guess that's the more dramatized version of what's happening.
It gets even more dramatized and dramatized each layer in.
Yeah. Each layer, one more person around you watches that show. I don't know.
Scheme.
I don't think the Inception-y stuff worked for me.
Yeah, it doesn't really make.
It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Yeah, and I feel like they did play into it a bit because they had the Michael Cera cameo, which was pretty funny. I must admit.
Oh, the guy.
I did do a little giggle, little tee-hee.
I had to search up who he is, and I forgot to search up.
He's
But also,
a guy.
I feel like there's a question that you could ask that completely destroys this entire premise. Who the fuck wants to watch a show about themselves, bro?
No, it's not about themselves. It's about. I think they explain like, we each have our preferences, so they can make a show catered to you using other people's lives. But for some reason, in this particular Joan is showing herself.
That's just like an anomaly or something.
Oh, it's because they're like, this is the beta test, so we're testing one person.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah.
But it already gained sentience or some shit, and then they fucked it up. Yeah.
So the person, like in the real world Joan, the show is still fiction, right? Like none of that stuff ever happened, I assume.
But it's based on the real life one.
But that can't have happened because there's no... Okay, say hypothetically, like Netflix will like to you, hey, we're gonna beta test this thing. You're gonna watch this show, right? This is a show of you.
Yes.
No, at no point in your real life are you doing the stuff that she's doing in the thing, because
the show are written as your life goes. Remember?
Yeah. But the way inside the show, right? The whole premise is like she's going, I'm watching a show. Oh my god, this is weird, and then her journey from that point to getting to the Streamberry headquarters and doing whatever, right?
Yeah.
I assume none of that stuff from that point on ever happened to you, the viewer.
But they did for Joan.
But to the real Joan, what happened?
Yeah. So it's a staggering effect where the real Joan starts, lives her life, and then the show starts, repeats that life, but in a more dramatized way, and then the show repeats that, but more dramatized.
Yeah.
So it's a real first layer, second layer.
So I assume in the real world, there's no way that Joan, well, she would have known what was happening, right?
She'd known it first.
Yeah. So that she didn't go to the street, like none of that happened.
It did happen.
The real Joan.
Yeah, because she's the first one to do it. She's the OG one, bro.
The thing that happened to the show Joan happened
in real Joan.
It's a real Joan.
Because the shows
in
are
a
based
broad
on
context. The specifics may be altered for dramatization, as they were dramatized for us as the viewer.
Okay, so the real Joan, right?
Did the shit.
She was watching the show.
No, she did.
What?
She was,
that's just the basic thing. She was watching the show, right?
But like, yes, she was. But the show came out after she did the things, like what the episode saw.
Yeah. So no. Okay, let's just backtrack a little bit, right? So say you're real Joan.
Mm-hmm.
You're watching the thing on Netflix.
After you did the real thing.
But does the real Joan watch the show?
I guess she did.
Okay, yeah. So you're real Joan. You're watching the show on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Because she has to have watched. That's what the entire show's premise is.
Yeah.
She ended up watching the show.
Yes.
That's the hook. Yeah. Right. So you're watching real Joan watching the show. Are other people in real Joan's life also watching the show?
Apparently so.
Right. In the real world, everybody knows who Joan is.
I guess
or like everyone.
yeah.
Interesting.
Well, the CEO did like advertise like, this is my new show. Watch it. I guess a lot of people watch it.
A lot of people watching it. And so then that ruined her job or whatever, and then she ended up doing all those things. Going to
great. But the version that is shown to us is a more dramatized version somehow.
Yeah.
It's probably more mild.
She just filed a complaint.
Maybe yes.
Yeah.
Contacted customer support.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. It's a funny episode. Is it connecting in your head?
Like it's shit, bro. Like,
yeah.
I get like what I get it. I think it doesn't. It's not real. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's
like,
the
it's not very realistic.
It's
just like,
yeah. So not the best episode around, but it's alright.
Yeah, it really makes you think, doesn't it?
It
makes you think. Yeah. No, the thing of for this, what the fuck? Yeah. This episode
this episode
Makes you lose your
Makes
ability
me
to speak.
laugh only because of how ridiculous.
Yeah, it gets very silly.
But you know what's even more silly? Woo.
We'll get to that's gonna be a lot later.
What's the second one?
Do you want to give do you want to give our final verdict?
Sure.
For this episode?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 1 of Black Mirror season 6. I'm gonna give this one like give it a 6.
I was thinking 6 as well. Entertaining. For
I'll go 5. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. It's got its entertainment for sure. But,
Boom.
yeah.
Big
All right,
shock.
episode 2, Lock Henry. That's the one about they're going to film a documentary.
Yeah.
Doco, mate.
All
Film
right.
it, Doco.
It does fall into that trap of being like, oh, what if like we're trying to satirize the crime genre, but that's made by Netflix, but we're also a Netflix product. So I don't. That stuff doesn't work for me.
It's about independent filmmakers, bruh.
Sure, but like, the whole thing was like, hey, you know how in Netflix shows, blah blah blah, they show beautiful landscapes and all that jazz, and they just do the same thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you, Netflix, for
Black
telling me
Mirror's
that.
Trying to be like, oh, we're different from the other girls, bro.
It's, and I feel like this also doesn't really have much technological stuff except for the little twist at the end.
VHS technology, bruh.
Yeah. Well, the technology is still Streamberry that they show at the end.
Yes.
Oh, so yeah, this doesn't really work, I feel, unless you've seen the first episode, right? Because otherwise that's not gonna be a twist. It's gonna be like, okay, it's just a thing called Streamberry.
No, the twist is the narrative twist of.
The narrative twist is shit. Like, if you want to talk about actual that, but yeah. Also, I think if you go back and rewatch Shown is Awful, like the thumbnail for this one, the documentary is that.
Oh, so
yeah. So like the premise, they go to Scotland and they're like, well, we're doing this one story, but hey, let's instead focus on a murder that happened that's personally affected the main character because his dad died. And here's like my main problem that genuinely kind of ruined it a bit for me. The main character says he doesn't want to do it.
He gets
from the start on. And then this girl's just like, oh, you gotta do it, mate.
What a girlfriend.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on here, mate? And I was just like, it just gets worse and worse and worse for him. And I'm like, I guess you could view this episode as a tragedy, right?
Yeah.
But like,
you've done this to yourself.
Cruel to the point of like, there's no point. Like, there's no lesson to be learned.
You know what I took from it? Don't trust an American.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
That's right.
I like the Scottish vibes.
I like Scotland, yeah.
A lot of beautiful landscapes, like they were talking about.
Yeah. Say I.
It was shot very nicely, I think. Yeah. So you want to talk a bit more about, I guess, the twist of the episode in the way of like what happened? What happened?
What happened is the VHS tape.
So basically they have these VHS tapes back at so they go to stay at like the parents' house, like the mum's house, because the dad's passed away.
Yes.
And
they
there's
first established that the mum really likes the show. She has all these VHS tapes.
Yes.
They're like cool. And then when they eventually decided, oh, we're gonna film this murder guy's house.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, we gotta use the tapes so it looks vintage and shit.
Yeah.
So they steal the tapes, not knowing what is truly inside of them.
Yeah.
After recording,
and I'm just saying, the mum's the only sus character in this episode.
It should be,
except for like the one that's super sus, to the point where it's like, oh, they're trying to throw us off. Like the dude, goes to him in the hospital. Like that guy was pretty sus, but like to the point of like where he's probably not sus.
Yeah.
But the mum, for some reason, they just go, "Yeah, she's racist" at the start of the episode.
I remember that first time she's like,
"Okay,
oh my god,"
and she's acting a little bit weird. And then it reveals that the mum and the dad were like a couple of killers.
They do funny sex stuff, as the other guy likes to say.
Apparently, it's based on a true story, like a true killer couple.
Damn. Yeah.
Which it's perfect because that's what the episode ends with a thing of like, hey, we're going to dramatize that story, which is what they did.
Oh yes.
Is that good or bad?
You decide down in the comments.
It's like all the other Netflix shows about killers, you know?
Yeah.
Like the Dahmer one.
Like this episode, I think, was like try to parody the Dahmer show, basically. They're not to like the extent of that one. That's a lot
people
less,
like Dahmer in that one. They're like, oh my god. Don't they?
No, people hate the show.
Do they?
Yeah, it was notoriously bad. That's why I watched it.
Oh, okay.
And I thought it was okay. I think it got worse or better towards the. I can't remember. It wasn't that memorable of a show. It was like one of those that trends for 5 seconds, disappears from my memory.
Yeah, we live in a crazy world now. That happened.
Yeah. What did you guys like about the episode? Because like I don't really know what you guys.
I just like the Scotland vibes, bro. I guess the Mordor mystery.
Yeah, just the murder mystery wasn't that interesting. I don't know, because it didn't seem like super important. Like there wasn't, because it wasn't really a murder mystery until the plot twist made it a murder mystery. Because it was just like we're filming something. There wasn't like an actual solving a mystery because they already had the murderer. They're like literally, it's the opposite of a murder mystery. In fact, I'd say.
I think when I was watching it, that twist and everything felt pretty alternative. So that was why I
not like other.
I'm not like the other girl.
Yeah. I thought I did. I don't know if you guys did. I found it a little bit silly that she tripped on the rock.
Oh,
the girlfriend
when they were running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trips on the rock and just dies.
Oh, that was a funny scene where the mom's just like can't.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess the guy just thinks his mom killed his girlfriend for the rest of his life, and then he wins a bunch of awards. Yeah. Huh?
Oh, did she just die?
Yeah, she just died. And she missed that. She literally trips on a rock and dies.
I thought she like fucking passed out. And they forgot so.
No, she dies. Yeah.
Dang,
I thought that was a bit silly, in my opinion.
Damn.
But yeah.
She dead.
Should we find a verdict? Unless there's.
Alright.
All I know is surprised you like the Scottish vibes.
I like the Scottish
vibes. And the murder mystery.
They say aye.
Yeah.
Be Scottish.
Final verdicts for this one. Oh, what was the combined final verdict for the first one? It was like a 5.6. Yeah.
Scotland episode.
Loch Henry.
Mordor. Mother, father go to spook house to do sex stuff.
I like how that's just a highlight for you. Nothing else about the drama or the tension. It was just that they did sex stuff.
Do not trust.
Enjoyed the stuff though. Yeah.
Yes, it's a nice surprise. Do not trust Americans. 6 out of 10.
So you think of it as equal to Jonah's Awful?
Yeah, they're in my level of enjoyment. They're about on par.
And going to best 5.
I'm also gonna go 6 out of 10. I liked it more than Jonah's Awful.
All right.
But actually, did I? Yeah, I thought the Jonah's Awful was just too silly. Right. I'm a real downer in this episode.
Yeah.
Boom.
But episode 3, Beyond the Sea.
Somewhere.
I really like this episode. This is the one with Aaron Paul
beyond the sea.
and that other guy, I can't remember his name, but
Someone
basically the premise is like,
waiting for
they're
me.
living in this like 1960 alternate 1960s, where each day they get a little ping on their watches, and then they have to go into this little machine, and then they're
They
in
have
space.
mind transportation technology.
And then this one, it's filled with a bunch of little twists. It's like, they're robots. They're because me and Du were, our initial thought was like, the 1960s just aren't real at all. But it's like, no, because I think that's what they're letting me believe, that one of the realities isn't real.
Yes.
But they're both real, and it's actually the robot bodies that aren't real of the people in the 1960s. I thought that was great. That was fucking smart. Good stuff there. Begs the question though, why didn't they just send up the robots?
Ooh.
Could have avoided this whole mess, but then you wouldn't have an episode.
Because you don't trust the machine.
But apparently, if you have the machines down on Earth, they get attacked by these Charles Manson cults.
Who would have thought the cult would come up though?
Yeah. Well, the main guy is played by somebody
Aaron Paul.
You would know, or it's like the brother of somebody famous.
He
can't remember.
Looks like a guy.
I'm gonna do a quick search. You want to talk a bit more about the episode while I'm doing that?
Yeah, so we have these two astronaut dudes living in like Nick Fury's space station.
Oh, Josh Hartnett was the other lead, by the way.
So Aaron Paul and Josh. They're these two astronauts from the 60s flying into space. I don't know where they're flying to, but they're flying for a long time. So the solution NASA gave them was to have their minds be able to be transported through space with radio wave technology from the 60s into robot bodies on Earth so they can live their lives as normal families with their each respective family while being in space. Switching between bodies if anything is in need up there, or like there's a gas leak or there's a breach in the vessel.
The hull.
I don't remember what the cult leader's name was.
Astronaut things, you know?
Yeah.
Flying to space. Why didn't they just send a dog like normal people in Russia?
Or the robot.
Or the robot bodies, which is a good point. Like they could have done the opposite and
you wouldn't have an episode, so yeah.
Yeah. Although maybe they're like, oh, the robots, they need maintenance too. And if no one's up there for maintenance, they're just gonna die.
That's honestly fair, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting premise. I found it quite interesting that they decided to do a 1960s thing.
Yeah. It was cool. Yeah. It was a nice setting.
Yeah.
I vibed with it. And yeah. And so
conflict.
at the start, one of the dude, not Aaron Paul, the other character,
Josh,
his family is like killed in front of him by the cult, right?
Yes.
Which that was brutal, man. I was like, damn, we sent some. He was like, they're friendly people. They're just friendly, nice people. And then they murder him.
They were just a nice little family.
Yeah.
But then the hippies were right. Yeah. The robots are not natural. Mother Nature would never allow this. So they stab him and the family because they believe no cock means no God.
Sure. Yeah. And yeah, basically then they get the genius idea of, what if we send down depressed man whose family's dead in the body of Aaron Paul to go visit.
So he can touch grass again.
So he can touch grass again, literally, basically, yeah. Then he does that, and he kind of, throughout the episode, firstly to establish, he has a good relationship with like his family before they die, whereas you see Aaron Paul's family and kind of like cold.
A very
and, like,
cold,
distant.
conservative man.
Yeah.
It's a contrast between the happy 60s family, or the nuclear family type deal.
Yeah.
And Aaron Paul's, the Depression level family. This Depression era family.
Yeah.
We need to establish that the murderers destroyed the robot body, so he can't go back to the robot body.
Which is why they decide to use Aaron Paul's body to go back visit Earth. Throughout the episode, it's basically also this is a longer episode running at 80 minutes, and it's like basically dude keeps coming back to Earth, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna actually paint your house for you, and he's like, yeah, that's fine. Then slowly bit by bit, he's forming this bond with Aaron Paul's wife.
Yes.
Yeah. So then.
And then he gets horny.
Yeah, to the point of eventually, he wants to.
He sexually assaults her.
Yeah, basically. But it was weird because, that happens, and then she's like, "I don't want him to come down anymore." He's like, "Oh, it's fine. He can come down."
I'm sure it was just a little joke.
Yeah.
Oh, because she didn't tell him. He just told her that he hit his son, and he's fine with that. Like, that kid deserves a beat.
Which is like, it's fine for the son to hit, but you're not allowed to sleep with my wife. Real double standards here, because I guess the wife is his property, but his son is.
But he deserves to be beat.
Yeah. Anyway, then eventually that culminates in this whole thing where he on one mission, he fakes the mission for Aaron Paul to do, and then while he's out, he steals this little chip thing, logs into the machine, uses Aaron Paul's body, goes back and kills the entire family.
Yes, because
why do you do that?
Because Aaron Paul said to him before, "My wife hates you, I hate you," and then clocked him in the jaw.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, and to establish the thing with the spaceship is it's a 2-man ship. You need 2 people on it at all times. Yes. So basically, Aaron Paul comes back. You realize the entire family's been killed. It's honestly super fucking sad.
It's sad.
And such a great I predicted it, by the way, if you remember.
You're like murder.
And then they're both trapped on the ship, and they can't really do anything about it because it's a 2-man ship. You can't kill the other person. It's
There really was a moment of he can't keep getting away with this.
There was a can't keep getting away with this. I mean, where I literally went, he can't keep getting away with this.
Yes.
Yeah. And I thought that was just a fantastic ending, and overall just a great episode. In general, yeah.
Pretty epic. Yeah.
Just verdict? Yeah. Verdict.
Just a real good one, guys. If you're gonna watch any of the episodes, maybe you just wanna watch one, watch this one. 9 out of 10.
Yeah. No.
Do you have any other comments on this?
That's cool.
Yeah, this one I really liked. It got that technological element as well.
Yes, technology.
The only complaint I guess I have that I forgot to say is I think the fact that he goes back and kind of forms a bond voice is a little bit cliche, a little bit boring to me. It's that's because what I initially was they could have gone with is he uses his body to go back and kill the cult people, because the cult people don't really do anything. They're just there at the start and then they disappear.
True that.
To just set up the story. But no, but I like what they did, and I get how the thematic, how each family is different, and and then I appreciate what they did. I just so, but also I agree, 9 out of 10, great episode, my favorite of the season. Yeah.
What did you guys think about the naked portraits?
What? Oh, the manager
that he jacked off to.
Very cool. Very cool.
Very cool.
He literally formed them from his imagination.
And that's what's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have porn in the 60s, bro.
All right. Episode 4, Maisie Day, which is kind of my least favorite, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, premise of the episode is Maisie Day. She be what do you call them?
Paparazzi.
Paparazzi. And there's this one celebrity Maisie Day, who accidentally does a bit of a hit with car and
Run.
well, your first impression is a hit and run, but it's actually not a hit and run. She goes and checks like, well, you'll see. But
mommy, yes,
Supposed.
papa.
Sorry, I've lost my train of thought. And then so then people realize, hey, she being a bit strange. Let's go have a look at the house. They go have a look at house. Uh-oh, she werewolf. Where did that idea come from? Who the fuck really know? And then werewolf goes on rampage.
And they
kills everyone except Maisie. Maisie kills her, right?
No, she gave her gun and took a photo.
Oh yeah.
Because they tried to establish before how the paparazzi are shit.
Yes. And I feel like it is a premise that is just worn way too thin. It's just like when you come up with a story, it's like, okay, that's the best running across. Paparazzi is shit. And then the story around it I thought was just way too thin. And until they're just like, she's a fucking werewolf out of like nowhere. They give like the slightest bit of hints with like when she's talking to the doctor, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, fuck off, mate. That was just completely out of nowhere. And personally, for me, did not work. I thought the paparazzi stuff was really boring. So when the plot twist happens, it gets more interesting for sure. But it's also completely out of nowhere. It just feels so like
it's just the means to an end.
And above all, no connection with technology.
Because the only technology thing is like they have a camera.
Yeah.
They can take pictures and then spread it on the internet and say, "Oh my god, guys, TMZ."
Wait, did they have internet?
Yes, present day.
Was it present day? I don't think it was.
No, it was set in the early thousands.
Early thousands.
That's the present day. We live in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Well, it's basically just like, look, guys, look, I'm gonna sell my shit to TMZ and see if they pay me.
Yeah.
Like that Justin Bieber piss video.
Also, yeah, I predicted the ending as well. Not into the werewolf part, but I predicted she's gonna take a photo.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. Because the whole thing was showing that she be paparazzi, but maybe she's not that bad, but she is. She is that bad.
Yeah.
This was kind of like the same type of entertaining as Jonah's Awful, but it wasn't entertaining.
Yeah.
In the ridiculous sense.
Yeah. So the ending was kind of really watching.
Is that all we need to say about this thing?
Yeah.
Also, didn't find any of the characters compelling at all.
No.
But at least with like Jonah's Awful, I did find Joan interesting, mainly based on the fact that she watched her own show. Her actual life wasn't like super interesting, but like.
Well, I mean, this episode, like the main character is not portrayed to be a good person, so I mean,
yeah, cool. That like nothing comes of that. Like, was the lesson don't be a dick paparazzi? Because I learned that from maybe the first minute of the episode, and then what did I learn throughout the rest of?
Don't take pictures of werewolves.
Werewolves specifically, yeah. Didn't give final verdict.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
do
you like
Mario?
Furry beings and the celebrities that you might like this one? I don't. So I'm gonna give it a 3.
I forgot to mention it's also kind of like The Idol.
Oh yes,
but
it has not the. Is it just because like celebrity?
Oh, I found like the celebrity I thought was kind of like The Idol. Her story. Except for the werewolf part.
Yes.
I got it, yeah. Okay, decent 3.
Yes.
Yeah. 4, why not?
I'll go 3.5 on this one as well. Which is the combined average 3. Alright. Season finale, Demon 79. Premise?
Nothing to do with Demon Slayer.
Finds a little thing. Little thing. Talisman. Cuts a finger or something. What happened?
She cut finger on like the drawer and then put the blood on talisman.
Which means demon come and you gotta make 3 sacrifices unless apocalypse.
Yes. demon, kind of like that guy from Death Note.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
The Willem Dafoe version.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen the Death Note live action one?
With Willem Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe, yeah.
I have not.
It's probably worth watching for Willem Dafoe, honestly. Yeah. That's kind of crazy. They got Willem fucking Dafoe. Yeah. Yeah, point being, it is. It also is kind of like the premise of Knock at the Cabin, except instead of like sacrificing, it's like it's from the perspective of like the guys that come to do the sacrificing, kind of.
Mr. Batista's perspective.
And this episode I really liked it. This is my second favorite of this thing. Like this is like a generally really good one in my opinion. You guys like it?
I like this one.
I think it's well acted, it's well shot. Oh yeah, the thing we were talking about earlier, by the way, like before we recorded our episode, we're like, this has like no technology or whatever, and it's like, except for some Easter eggs, but we'll talk about that in a moment. So when the episode starts, it says that it is like a Red Mirror episode. I don't know if you guys noticed the credits.
I did.
So the theory is that this is like a backdoor pilot for a spin-off. Where they're going to do more like supernatural stuff, because this season hasn't really felt like a couple of episodes have been tech based, but like this one 100% isn't. This is just supernatural.
Murder mystery, supernatural demon.
But yeah, I like this one quite a bit. It did take me a little bit getting used to the like tone, because I was like, it's pretty serious, and then you see the demon, and then demon's all goofy, having a little bit of fun. But then I was like, you know what? I led into it and I liked it. Yeah, it had a Death Note vibe, where I thought it would be more of a Knock at the Cabin vibe in terms of like being actual serious. And it does have its serious moments. They do legit try and do the Death Note thing of killing bad people.
Yes, they did.
Which was I was thinking of Death Note while watching it. I think that was really good. Trying to think of like standout stuff, but like it's all pretty good stuff to me. Thought it was pretty funny. I like the setting. I like the
70s Britain.
Just by the way, this is the second worst rated episode of the show, and I feel like it's because this may have the slightest bit of politics in it. And I think like literally just the slightest. Like there is.
Oh, the politics of this episode is just like everyone's racist.
It's basically everyone's racist. So so I wonder why this has a lower rating on IMDb.
Hey, this reminds you of me.
Yeah, that's probably. But I thought that was the biggest like praise I can like compared to like Knock at the Cabin, which is like my main point of comparison. What I liked here is I think they did that. My main complaint with Knock at the Cabin was it wasn't very ambiguous. Whereas this one, I feel like it nailed that level of ambiguity. Because, like, genuinely, up until the very end, I was like, I kind of think this is probably all in her head.
Yeah.
Because basically, everything can kind of be like, this is not really a demon. It's just all in her mind. And I really like the way they tie the apocalypse into nuclear war. That's what I mean by, like, the setting of the time period. It made so much sense. Whereas, like, in Knock at the Cabin, it's like random shit will just happen.
Like,
that came
2012
silly kind of. This one was like, oh, an actual thing that's happening might happen, and I'm like, that's actually really good, clever, cool stuff. And I think the I guess I was gonna say the racism of this movie was good. The like the racial tensions of the time also factored really well in, because it's like that could also factor into like her view of the world aside from the demon. Like she might just like hate people, like because you see her at the start have like little flashes of killing people, you know, like, she wouldn't actually do it, but like that also led to the fact that she's corruptible but not a bad person is the sort of thing, because she's dealing with this shit, man. She's dealing with this shit. And I actually really like that one cop guy that shows up, and he's just straight up kind of like
cop.
Yeah, everyone's really racist to her. I kind of get where she's coming from, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing his job.
Yeah, he gives her a hug as well. You remember when like He has a weapon, and she just gives her a hug.
Yeah, he could just straight up pulled up and be like, bang, bang, dead.
Yeah.
But
But
no.
they didn't.
Bang, bang, shoot the immigrant. Oh.
But that's fine, bro. They could just be like, oh, yeah, that understandable. No weapon? Oh, yeah, no good.
In terms of like direct allegory with our present day, it does do this thing where it shows like flashes of the future, right? So they do that for the politician. They kind of just show like, I think a lot of it was just real footage of shit happening in our time.
Yeah,
but then a lot of like Nazi allegory as well.
I think they just be like,
did you notice what the symbol was there?
What?
The symbol was a talisman.
Is it going to be a swastika?
No, it was the talisman.
What symbol?
The symbol that he uses for his like his Nazi symbol.
The guy, the politician, man.
Yeah.
Did he have a symbol?
Do you know? Okay, so they show a flash of the future, right?
Yeah.
They show him doing his like a direct representation of him being a literal Nazi. They show him in the big chamber with the flags and stuff. It was a recreation of Hitler's speech, right?
Oh, is it? Right.
Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, and they show like they literally give him Nazi flags, except for instead of swastika, it's the talisman.
Okay.
Yeah.
That means he's in the deal with the devil.
That was just like a little Easter egg sort of thing.
Yeah. Right.
They also show this probably doesn't mean anything to you guys, but like they show little like these demon robot dogs. That's a reference to another episode that's set in the post-apocalypse after those demon dogs are taken over. So technically, that could have been an alternate future of when that episode happened.
Yes.
As a result. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I like that. Yeah.
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 Lesson of the day. Fuck immigrants.
I guess don't touch.
Or rather, don't touch funny demon shit.
Yeah.
You know, you never know. It might be real, or you're going crazy.
This episode, I think, ends the happiest out of all of the episodes we've covered, right? This actually has a happy ending, you could say. Like a bittersweet ending, maybe, but also like, what has society done for her? You know, let it burn.
See, imagine living in the UK, bruh.
We British. Say as we are like UK.
Yeah.
What do you call us? Like
Commonwealth. Fuck yeah, we're like King Charles, bro. What has he ever done for us? Nothing.
Yeah.
He's not the queen. Rest in peace. Rest her soul.
Yeah.
Fucking Charles.
Anyway, yeah, and I like the ending because it was kind of like a happy ending, honestly.
They get to hang out in the abyss of hell.
Yeah.
Or whatever the darkness of
eternal oblivion.
It was also a pretty tense episode as well.
Yes.
Like the murders and stuff. Pretty brutal, you know.
Yep.
My only complaint my only complaint with this episode is that sometimes the demon's dialogue was just not funny.
Demon.
But I think that was until I kind of got more into it, like about okay, this is what the interpretation of the demon is. Yeah. Because initially when they first did just like the demon doing voiceover on the talisman, I was like, "Ooh, this is a little bit cringe for me." And then I'm like, okay, maybe it's just helpful when see that the demon is an actual human body, and I was like, okay,
not like the guy from the death.
Yeah. Do you guys want to add anything, or are we gonna verdicts?
Let's do verdict.
All right.
Hey. This is a good one, guys. You know, go watch it if you like Death Note, I guess. Yeah, cool stuff. Mordor. 70s UK. People being racist. I'd be giving this one 8 out of 10.
Demon 7.9.
Yeah, I'm also feeling an 8 out of 10.
Yo.
No technology. So
technology of a talisman, bro. That's some techno shit.
Should we give a final verdict for the entire season?
Yeah, alright. Yeah, so this season, you know, got some bangers, got some alrighters. So let's give it a 7.5. You know.
I could say I enjoyed overall. I guess so 7.
Sorry, I was going to do a. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna do a little bit quick math ahead.
Quick math.
I enjoyed overall. Maybe a 6.9.
Ooh.
7.5, 6.9. Then for you to level that out 6.4. You
All
feeling
right.
the 6.4 on this one? Come on.
All right.
Oh no, not 6.4. 6.3.
There was a man who shitted long ago. He was big and strong,
I've got
and his ass was made of gold.
Using my math system, I analyzed the episode. Like, if I liked it, I'll give it giving it 2 points. If I thought it was meh, I'll give it 1 point. And if I didn't like it, I'll give 0. And I've calculated to be 6 out of 10. I think it's the overall good season in terms of we got some genuine banger episodes, a couple of those. I thought 2 episodes were kind of meh. I thought 1 I didn't like at all. So yeah.
That's cool.
So what was our combined score?
Fuck.
What was yours?
7.5.
7.9, something like that. So
about a 7.
7.
Yeah.
There you go, folks. 7
6.9.
on this one.
6.9.
6.9.
Commit to it. 6.9.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a Black Mirror viewer,
You're a Black fan.
watch it.
I think, yeah, if you're a Black Mirror fan, this one it's a better season than the last season, I reckon. And the last season only had 3 episodes.
Oh,
how about that? Yeah.
And
all right, and I think that's the end of our episode.
Oh.
If you like it, check us out. Spotify, Apple Podcast, we'll be here.
Yep.
You can, if you want to contact us, or just follow our socials. We got an Instagram, unholy.pod, same as our TikTok, unholy.pod. And yeah, if you just want to reach out to us directly by email, it's 3unholythings@gmail.com. And should we give a little teaser for what we're going to do next episode?
What are we doing next?
Because I don't think, I reckon we'll do Indiana Jones probably. And maybe a little bit of a certain TV show we've been viewing with a certain rat-tailed individual.
Right.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for Rat Tail and the Tale of a Whip.
Indeed.
Hey, yo.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Bye-bye.